Hopefully we go live on the
I can't
same
remember the
feed.
last time that we put a Legends of Kearney Bowl car on the hook. If it did, it was only for a mechanical part breaking, not a car getting in the wall. That is super rare.
Well, we're back live, Outback Andy.
That's good news.
Yeah, we're with the new feed. Let's see what fans that see if we can get them to find this. What you may want to do, Andy, is bring it over and share it, and then I'll do the same thing with our feed. Well, see what the guys are. I hear somebody talking right there. Josh is on the other side, keeping an eye on him. And again, the fans missed what happened, so Andy, you might want to let them know there.
Yeah, unfortunately for the 33, Randy Wright. Randy, not sure what happened. I was watching the battle up front, and Randy hit the wall very, very hard midway through turns 1 and 2. Maybe later on we'll be able to get a camera shot of the wall over there. Maybe Dean will get a shot for us over in the turn where that car hit the wall, went in very, very hard, left a complete circle on the wall, and then rode the wall for a little bit, came off the wall. Like I said, Randy Wright is okay. The car went off on the hook with a lot of torn up pieces. We are back with you, I believe, live now on Madera's Short Track TV on YouTube.
Like I say, we the bonded cell unit just dropped, went down there, and I'm trying to do about 4 or 5 things, and I couldn't catch it fast enough to keep it lit. So hopefully what I try to do is push it right back into the same feed. So it looks like that's worked, so they can reconnect. We'll still repost links on Facebook here. I'm working on that, so I'm going to let Andy take you guys through on the call here for Legends of Kearney Bowl, their main event. You only missed a couple laps, but unfortunately that 33 went up into the turn one
that's
wall very hard.
one of the really, really super nice cars too.
Yeah, very
unfortunately
fast
during that yellow we did also lose Sean Delk in the 24 car, and I believe we may have lost a couple of other cars as well that struck mechanical problems. Sean Delk definitely went back to the pit area along with the 33. We're down to 6 cars, so I'm trying to work out which is the other car that is missing. The 5 is Mike James, and he will bring him back to the green with Bob Hutton on the outside. Oh, the other car we lost was the Sean Delk car. That car went missing. The 56 Wayne Colution. Wayne Colution now gets the inside of the 45 of Bob Hutton. It's a good race here between Hutton and Colution as Mike James continues on his way. Balesio in that Dodge-powered number 22. Then you have the 42 car. That is J.P. Shanoyan. J.P. Shanoyan. J.P. rounding the high line. Struggling with the handling on that 42 car, J.P. Shanoyan today. That is a beautiful car, though. Just the
gorgeous car,
that
42, the beautiful, just that paint job. You're up close and gorgeous.
From the famous Shanoyan family. So Mike James doing a good job up front. We often see Mike bringing pretty good laps here at Madera as the 56 Wayne Colution is in second. The 45 Bob Hutton trying to hang with this lead group of cars. Colution now trying to close down 15 laps for our Legends of the Pacific, and I believe this will be 8 laps at the line. So we're about halfway through this race for the Legends of the Pacific, Legends of Kearney Bowl, I should say. Legends of the Pacific will be with us next week as the Legends of Kearney Bowl. The 5-car Mike James continues, and wow, I tell you what, this guy has done a great job today in that 5-car. Colution, Hutton coming back at Colution as well. Meanwhile, the 22 of Balesio in that Dodge Power car, he's having a pretty good run today, back and forth. Pulled away a long way from J.P. Shanoyan. But the battle up front is a 3-car battle up front. These guys are probably going to catch lap traffic before this race is out. 11 laps completed, 4 remaining. It's tightening up with Hutton trying to come back. Collusion trying to find a way past Mike James. And Mike James was a rocket out of turn number 2. They have lap traffic in the form of the 78 of Kerry Christian. Kerry Christian now will be lapped. James goes upstairs to get around him. Looks like JP Schnoyen has run into trouble in the 42 car. He'll pull that to the infield. Now Hutton gets around Kerry Christian. So with 2 laps remaining, it's Mike James, and Collusion is slowly closing him down. Hutton has dropped back a little bit in the 45 car, makes a run at these 2 cars in turns 3 and 4. White flag, 1/3 of a mile of Madera Speedway for the 5 car of Mike James. Hutton now trying to find a way past Collusion. Hutton puts a big run coming to the line, Kenny Shepard, but Mike James will take the win. Who will get second? Wow, I'm going to give that to Collusion, I think.
Charging
Yes.
big time.
I'm going to give that to Collusion and the 56. Wayne Collusion second. Third will go to Bob Hutton, followed by the 22 of John Balesio, the 78 of Kerry Chrisman. Cars that did not make the distance, the 97 of Joe Kirk was the car that went missing. Of course, the 33, Randy Wright, who crashed down in turn 2, and Sean Delk in the 24. Unfortunately, Curtis Taylor did not start the main event. What a great 15 laps for our Legends of Kearney Bowl.
Yep, nice show, and fans are joining us again. We're back up. It looks like we lost about 250 people instantly. Those of you that are back with us, let's see. Randy Kuntz, what happened? Haley Bug, Jennifer Snar, Al Kennedy, cool, nice.
Feed.
Now, here's what I want to know. Yes, because we did lose the feed. We were lost our whole cell side. And again, it's myself, Andy, and Dean Gray. There's 3 of us here doing this whole production. And so I'm doing about 10 different things. And during the national anthem, while I had my headset off, my hand on my heart, I didn't catch that we dropped the stream, and I wasn't able to pick it back up. So here's a question I have for all of you watching. Were you able, what I tried to do is restart the same stream. So did you go to the same link and make it back here, or did you have to search again? So let me know out there. If Layla Wilson, pardon me, I'm glad we're able to catch the end. Leela, did you watch, were you able to go back to the same link? Is it 33 okay? Steve Fernandez, the driver's okay. Right front, what would you say about the car, Andy? That was a pretty big hit.
It was a very hard hit. It'll be at least a front end on that car and possible chassis damage, unfortunately. But the good news is Randy Wright walked away. Frightening crash. Hit the wall down there in turn 2 and left a complete circle on the red paint on the wall, and then you see the black marks for a couple of sections of fencing down there.
Okay, let me jump back in here, Andy, because I want to interact with our fans. That's what this is all about. We're not able to talk to fans so much during our TV show, but thank you guys for the feedback. Shelly had to search. Jennifer, same link worked. Maria Rotella, thank you, Maria. Just had to choose the second stream. Gary Hogan, catch the link on Facebook. Okay. So what I did was I kept the same URL, the same stream key. It should be identical. So the old one should work and the new one. But I did restart to get you guys back in here. Had to search the new link. So some said the same link. That's what we're trying to be able to restart. But so hopefully we've got all of our bonded cell side locked in. It dropped during the national anthem. I had my headset off, hand on my heart. And we're looking out at the flags. I was doing a little bit of switching. Next thing I looked up and I saw red all over the screen instead of green. And the cell side was down. So sorry about that. Hopefully everyone rejoined us. What you guys could do out there, all our fans helping us, share the heck out of this new link if you would. Let's reconnect. Share that new link. I just put it out on Facebook. Share it everywhere on your Facebook if you would. Text it to people, whatever.
The old link works. I just went in on the old link.
The old link worked?
It worked, yeah. I went straight in just right now.
Well, it should. The old link
Yep.
should pull right back. But is it a recording, Andy? That's my question, the old link.
I believe it is actually live. I believe it
Make
is
sure.
actually
You
live.
should see cars on turn 4. So I've got it set where it automatically records and then stores that video so our race car drivers and people at the track can go home
Yep,
and
I
watch.
think if I put my
see a
hand
flagman?
up here,
You got a
Kenny's in the
flagman
way.
there? No, it shouldn't be. You're seeing going live shortly. I didn't have that up there. That's the
Yeah.
recording. Unfortunately,
Okay.
you should see Josh at the start-finish line right now at back, Andy. So what?
yes, I do. I
What
see.
we have for a main event up right now, Southwest Tour Trucks. Andy's going to give you the lineup right now. Looks like we're going to get the 2 to go at the line out back, Andy. 2 30-lap main events. This is the first of those 2.
Yeah, and a good lineup of Southwest Tour Trucks too. We have the number 4 up front. That is Ed Cutler. Ed Cutler in the 4. The number 5 entry is Steve Reeves. We go to the other number 4, and that is Ricky Bogart. On the outside of Ricky Bogart is Ronnie Davis in the Beetle & Co. 24 entry. Move to row number 3, and he's a one of our 5150 junior late model racers. Won on MAV TV on the second race ever in the junior late models. That is Austin Edwards. So we move to the 41, that's Keaton Swan. Then we move to the next row, the 44. And the 44, we don't have details on the 44 for some
One
reason.
to go. One
Yep.
to go out back,
This-
Andy. We're getting ready to rock and roll here.
The 65, Parker Jones. We move to the next row, the 14. Love that car too. That is Brian DeBose. Alongside Brian DeBose is the 53 entry, Curtis Burns. And the 27 is out there, Sean Davis. And at the back of the pack, Nash Youngren. Nash Youngren, that is the lineup for this.
Here we go. Off of
Southwest
turn
Tour Truck.
4. First main event of the night for the Southwest Tour Trucks. Roll down into turn 1 out back, Andy.
Yes, they do. And getting the lead right now, Steve Reeves. Steve Reeves gets to jump on the pack in that number 5 entry.
Big move in the battle right now. Looks like second place. Dean Gray is going to keep us all over that big battle for second place right now.
These guys have to be very, very careful. They keep these trucks clean for the second of the main events today. Austin Edwards now on a move as we get down into turns 3 and 4. Edwards to the inside, gets the inside of Cutler, and then drives straight up the racetrack.
Well,
Wow.
out back, Andy, the big battle right now is for 4th, 5th place. That's where Dean's going to keep that camera and big action. That Ford truck's got a lot of company on the inside of him right now.
Yes, he does. Ed Cutler has been going back, and the yellows are out. Bang! One car on the wall. That's the 21.
Yeah, and Dean Gray was all over that for us. Good job, Dean Gray.
Yeah.
Pulled right into that action, and you were just saying they don't want to tear these trucks up.
No, they
because
don't.
They've got
Just
twins.
so I say that, we have an incident. The bodywork that you see in front of the 14, that Kenny Shepard is from this 44 truck. That is the left rear quarter panel. A lot of parts flapping in the breeze from that 44 truck. Our crash crew will go up there and pick up the pieces. See a lot of fiberglass and a lot of aluminum pieces on the racetrack.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah,
you hear
the-
that thing towed out that 14 truck. You hear it on
Yep.
the camera when he was coming by.
Yeah, the 14 really needs to go back to the pits so they can work on that for the next main event.
The
That's
44
Brian DeBose
is
in the
Brent
14.
Adams. Who do you have the 44 truck on your list, Andy? What'd they give you?
The 44 on my
Yeah.
list is
That's Bella Adams said the 44. Dave Pereira, Frank is looking slim and trim. You are very nice, Dave Pereira. Let's get a shot over there of the new Frank pulling back. Actually, little Frank's hiding behind Josh there, Dave. You see his little guy right there? Josh is kind of hiding him Frank style. Now it's live feed, proper speed. Good job, Al Kennedy. We're working hard here, Al. Got a bunch of new toys. I did a little backpack kit and a different broadcaster, so it's a more condensed package for these club races.
I love that
so
new setup.
yeah,
That's
it's pretty
pretty cool.
It's neat.
yeah.
So, but playing with that. Must not be eating sandwiches during the race anymore. Bella Adams, that's my dad. Well, you've got a very nice father and a pretty fast race car driver, Bella. Shelley Smith, share it again. Thank you, Shelley. Let's go, Steve. Ed Cutler, Sterling Baker. I've not seen these before. I like them. Yeah, these trucks are pretty racy, aren't they, Outback Andy?
Yeah, they got a good pack of them today.
Well, you're going to see right here that third place, what is he? Fourth place truck, Austin Edwards.
Yep.
He won, what was it, the second race?
Yeah, second race
ever in the junior
back
late models.
Back in, what, 2016? 16, yep.
Yep, 2016.
15 was when we started the MAV TV races.
And then 16 we started the juniors.
16 is when we started the juniors, correct.
Yep, crazy enough to do it. Who else is out there? Jennifer, looking forward to hobby stocks here. Well, these hobby stocks are pretty darn racy tonight. Why don't you tell us about the hobby stocks? We've got some newcomers. Yeah,
we got some drivers, newcomers in the hobby stocks. We've got some guys from Bakersfield who used to run on the dirt at Oildale, and they're here tonight. I talked to them in the pit area. They said, "Hey, we're dirt guys. We're trying to learn how to go fast on pavement." So
nice guys.
Yeah, they are nice guys. That's Don Mead and Brian Childers. So these guys. One of them ran a couple of races on pavement last year, and then
I got to interrupt you. Trash Panda, what a name.
Trash
Panda. Are you Australian? Yep. What kind of trucks are these? First time seeing them. They're a late model truck. Part of them have crate engines, right, Andy? And then some of the trucks are from another group that have some pretty stout sounding engines. Steve Schimmerhorn, hobby stocks are best. Steve Schimmerhorn, where are you at? Mia Adams, 44 is my dad too. Holy cow. I hope they both know each other and they know that 44 is their dad too, right?
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Mia, again, very nice father. Al Kennedy, you're the leader at this. We at Willow Springs got canceled last month. Going to try 2 days in November. Well, 2 days in November, I may have to come down and hang out with you guys. I love Willow Springs, and nothing better than the desert in the winter time out back, Andy.
I've never been there, so that might be a
let's go.
Yeah,
I'm talking, we're getting ready to go one to go, but I'm talking about, I won't announce it yet, but we're looking at a series of races in the desert where we might tour our juniors. I'll remember it right now. Getting ready to go. Can you shout out all these people? 27 Ricky, 4 Keaton, 41 Brian, 14 Brent, and 44. Here we go, Outback Andy, coming green right now.
We did. And, one car got a flyer off the start, and that was Ricky Bogart. Ricky Bogart got a good jump. Oh, down the back, trouble. We got one truck that got super loose.
In the dirt. Here we go, back.
He's gone grass track racing. That's the 24.
Yeah, he's okay now. We're still with the leader,
Davis.
4 truck flying, Austin Edwards. Big battle.
Yep.
Austin Edwards rolling by. We're going to stay with that 18 truck for a minute.
Austin Edwards, our junior racer, now moves up to second. This, of course, is where Austin started before he came to the junior late models.
That Ford truck coming on a speed shot. Then Austin Edwards flies by right there. We'll jump over to Austin, trying to track that leader down.
And that Burgeson's number 18. I tell you what, the guy up front is doing a great job.
Yeah, we'll get... We'll jump back to the leader right there in turn 1. Next time
we got trouble down in turn 4. One car got super loose. That was the 27. Nearly went right up in front of the 44.
Saved it. Did a good job. 27's real loose again. I'll tell you what I'll do, Outback Andy. I'll give you a shot off of turn 4. Leader coming by the start finish now. And the 27, we're going to jump over here. Watch how loose right now this truck off of turn 4. Start finish there.
Yep.
Watch how loose he is in the corner.
Yeah,
super loose. He'd be a good drifter.
I tell you what,
to our leader.
Battles all over the racetrack between these two, and the lead battle now, the 4B of Ricky Bogart leads Austin Edwards. Edwards down the back, lost about a truck length on Bogart that time, and we got a battle down the back. Oh, 2 trucks hook up going
Dean's
into 3.
They're not happy. They're getting after it. Dean's all over him. 41 trucks where we're at right now. Running back, turn 1, the leader goes around all on its own.
Yellow is out. Yellow is out. Meanwhile, the 41 and the 53, actually it was the 65 and the 41, got hooked up going down the back. Kenny, we are lucky we didn't have both cars in the wall.
And that's our leader. Turned around in turn 4, looking for damage on Austin Edwards' right side. Uh-oh.
Now the 14 has had a tire go down.
But
that's probably because the way that car was, or that truck was tracking.
But what we're looking at here, Andy, we were over there on all that wild action. They went after each other at the back. The 4 truck was leading. Austin Edwards had just run the 4 down, and Austin's got some damage on the right side of his truck. So did Austin Edwards get into the 4? Again, our attention went to that big battle running back there for 6th place. They were just wearing each other out. And we were watching the 14.
The 4 truck is pulled off and is pulled up in the infield area. I'm not sure if he didn't break something on that.
He spun around, though, like he was really unhappy. So we'll see what we get from race control here, see if we can change channels and jump over there. Back to our friends here. Maria, Madera Speedway, California. Paul is Ed Cutler, related to Ed, who owns Electric Store. Northwest Cup Series, boy, that's a cool name. Thank you, Al Kennedy. I think they're going to need a big hammer in the pits to fix them. I think so. Let's see, Dave Pereira.
There'll be a lot of race tape used
every
in the
position. You know what? Dave Pereira just said something about Dean that makes, and Dave knows this more than anyone. He works everywhere. And what I didn't know, Dave Pereira, was Dean Gray worked for a company called OT, and it was Orange Truck Productions. And that's actually when he first got involved in racing, he was running cameras. I didn't know that.
I actually did the announcing for the OT OT project.
So what I did, we were shorthanded. This is an off week. All of our TV guys, they're out doing their own thing this week, taking some time off because we're on a crazy run of no weekends off. And so Dean said, heck, I'll run that camera for you. Gets him out of that hot pit area, Dean. He's up here on the bleachers. No one's around. It's kind of cool. Shelly Smith, misfilling the rumble from turn 4. We miss you in turn 4, Shelly Smith. We need our fans really bad. I mean, this is crazy. Not only, you know, the revenue you lose at a short track. So your hot dog sales, beer sales, that's where most of the purse money comes from. Now we're completely dependent on these great sponsors that we have. NutUp has provided a lot of horsepower so we can provide you these live streams for free. But it's still, we're missing the energy. We're missing the feeling of the fans, the electricity.
When the drivers jump out of the cars in Victory Lane, it's the big thing.
It's different, isn't it?
It's different.
Yep.
It is different, and I did this last time you and I worked together doing these live streams. It's very, very different in Victory Lane than it used to be, I can tell you.
Yep. Let me, Ed Rodriguez, thank you for the live free feed. Greatly appreciated. Well, Ed, buy some NutUp products if you would. That's who's paying the bills on this, and you are very welcome. We believe in growing short track racing. We love grassroots, and no better way to show it off than doing this for free. So make sure you guys are sharing this. These trucks are fast, Sterling. Yeah, they are. They do a good job. Let me, I'm going to jump over to
Kenny
something
Shepard,
here.
Isn't there a special code for NutUp? You go to their website?
Yeah, let's, well, now that you mention that, let's pop that special code up on the screen right now. And let me see if I can pull it up real quick. And here we go. Right there on the screen, you'll see MAVTV20. So you go to nutup.com, and at checkout, put in MAVTV20, all uppercase, and you receive 20% off of your order. Now, it's really important. We've got a lot of fans that are starting to help us buy product. Share the word. Even, I mean, it's so inexpensive, so tasty, but buy the product, and it's races for cases. The more of this product we can sell, the more we can keep doing these live streams for free. Because, again, you're talking about at the end of the year, you know, we're losing $8, $10, $12, $13,000 a night, missing our grandstands, sometimes 20 a night. It takes a lot of horsepower to do this for free, and most tracks are doing it live stream. So what you see on the screen right there, go to nutup.com, MAVTV20, plug it in. One to go out back, Andy, and I'm going to dig. I'm hungry now. I'm going to grab some of those Sweet Heat almonds I've got up there and start chewing on them.
You and Stephen Blakeslee love the Sweet Heat. I love the sea salt and caramel.
Somebody, Steve Schimmerhorn, we need trucks versus hobbies. Well, Steve Schimmerhorn, we need our hobby champion off at turn 4. Austin Edwards is going to bring him to the green flag. It's time to rock and roll. 8 laps of this 30-lapper done. They come flying past Josh Rodriguez. Don't mistake that for Frank. Flaggy Frank, as they call him, and off at turn 2. Looks like we've got a big battle for third right now out back, Adney.
Yes,
big
we
battle
do.
For
We've
third.
got a big battle down there. That's Ed Cutler, Ed who started up on the front row at the start of this race, and the 65 of Parker Jones. Parker Jones in the 65, as Austin Edwards says, you know, I want out of this. I'm going to check out here a little bit. Get away from everybody's craziness.
I think he's smart to check out. They're battling like crazy. Wouldn't know there's a second main event. We're still on this third place battle. The yellow number 4, and that's Ed Cutler. And whoa, that was almost contact right there, Andy.
Yes, it was. Ed Cutler's racing with the 65. The car that's in front of him is the number 5, and that is Steve Reeves.
We're going to slide back about 2 positions to the 27 truck. Right there, start-finish line now. That truck has been sideways all over the place, and they are trying to wreck.
He's sideways all over the place again, and he's going to lose a couple of spots and slam
In the wall. We saw
He's
that
broken
coming.
the
That
front
truck's
end.
hurt bad down the back straightaway.
Yeah, broken the front end as he hit the wall in that 27. Well, Kenny Shepard, you called it. He's wrecking loose, and all of a sudden, bang.
He was kind of from the green flag. He was looking for a place to hit. And I didn't get switched on Dean's camera fast enough. Again, this is a little bit, it's a small switcher. It's kind of cool little setup. But I don't have my big screens. I don't have all the tools that I normally have. So I didn't get switched. Dean got locked in really nice. But he about lost it going into turn one, was completely sideways. He actually should be in drifting. That dude can drive backwards. He can drive so sideways.
Yeah, that guy was, or that truck was, wow, we got the boneyard full out there, these trucks. And they have to run a second main event. I thought these guys were a little tame.
Well, let's go back to our fans, what they're saying. We're engaging tonight. Somebody said they're going to, I think it was Big Al, said they're going to need a hammer. Al Kennedy. I think they're going to need a toolbox full of
and the
hammers.
bad news,
I mean, they've got 30 more laps to go here at the end of the night, and if they get all these trucks back out, I will be impressed.
The bad news for Sean Davison at 27 is there is a lot of fluid coming from that truck as well. So hopefully it's only power steering fluid and they can repair whatever that is. But that's not good when you have fluid coming from the race car after an accident. He hit the wall right as you get onto the main straight.
I didn't laugh about hitting the wall. Fortunately for them, we built a bridge on that back gate. That back gate used to eat a lot of vehicles, and there's actually a bridge where you see the black mark across right there. So that kept them out of that post turnbuckle hit. The reason I was laughing, Sean Smith said, Rod Carsey, you need to get out there and clean this mess up. And if you ever heard behind the scenes, Sean, it's always, what's taking so long? Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. So, Rod, if you're home or in Indiana or wherever the new home is now, Rod's new home's almost built in Indiana.
I saw
you see
built
that?
a brand new
They built them in
house
like a week
Indiana.
back there. It takes a year here, but we're missing Rod. We need him out here. Al, oh yes, really big toolbox to get. Yeah, and then Al said he mentioned November. Well, it sounds like the Willow Springs run will be in November. We're looking at making a trip with our kids down to Tucson possibly in January, and then maybe even Irwindale. We're kind of organizing something really big that I've got going on. We've got a new sponsor. One of the biggest sponsorships we've ever signed will be announced here at the Madera Speedway next week. And even though COVID and this whole thing's really strange, no fans, all the horsepower we've lost, we paid record purses last week. We're doing these live feeds for free. MAV TV show's cranked up as big as it's ever been, Monday nights now, so make sure you guys check that out. And I've been working so hard searching for new sponsors to make sure we're moving forward instead of sliding backwards in the sport, grassroots racing, short track. We are really excited about the sponsor we're going to announce that will be a part of our program. We're announcing it on the TV show next week, and I'll give you a hint. They sponsored, it was one of my first major sponsors on board my race car in 1994. Right after I sat on the pole in the first ever winter heat in front of Ron Hornaday, Cope, Garrett Evans, all the guys. You know, no, we're not saying it's a big surprise, but young news. Hi, I'm watching from Jamaica. Well, I wish we were in Jamaica. Welcome. And as Outback Andy Foster beside me, 6 feet down to my right, would say, welcome along. Rod Carsey, Sean, I miss the action. Sean, the folks in the back with the action are missing you right now. Brett Adams, who is still in the race? It's actually probably easier to tell you who's still in the race than who's not in the race. These boys are fast. It was a big field of trucks, but they're really kind of turning into a D-Derby right now. A little bit rough. They haven't raced much, so we'll give them a
Well, let me run
room.
down the trucks that are out, Kenny Shepard. I can tell you that the 4B of Ricky Bogart is out. He's out of the race. The 14 is out of the race. That's Brian DeVos. The 41 truck is out. That's Keaton Swan. The 27, who was wrecking loose right from the green flag, Sean Davis, he is out. And the 21 is out as well. And I believe that 21 is Eric Darrensburg.
So that's what's out. Andy, why don't you wave at the camera down here? Say hi to all the fans.
Good to see everybody.
Andy's clear down at the other end. Yeah.
So
I'm clear over here at this end with all of my little
social
goodies.
distancing.
Yeah, Australian style. Or you guys are way south of us, right?
Yeah.
Southwest.
southwest.
So we've got
of
this
here.
backwards. You're north of me. I'm clear down in the south of you here. So
Actually, I am technically south of you, and because I am like, if you look out there, that is Highway 99. That
All
runs
right.
north-south. So
all right, there you go.
I am south
so
of you.
you're kind of towards Australia from me. Yeah.
Same situation was north and south before. Back to the south.
Austin Edwards, I don't know if he's
And he's
going to
from
have
the
enough
south.
gas.
He's from the
to,
south,
will he run out of fuel in this 30-lapper?
from Yucaipa, California.
Wish I had time to work the track again. Scott Miranda, we miss you, Scott. Let's see, Rod Carsey, Sterling Baker, that's Marty Baker's brother is leading the safety team now. Time for me to retire and get ready to move to Indiana. Rod's going to be so bored when you retire. I'll bet you Rod's back out here before the short track shootout. What do you think?
Maybe.
Come on, Rod. Even
Maybe.
when you first move, the humidity is going to wipe you out when you're back there first. You're going to miss California. Mike Reed, Andy, Kenny, thank you. Great job. Dean Thompson, Mike Reed, thanks for watching. Dean Thompson, wish I could be out there racing the late models again. We wish you were here again too. Boy, what a show last week. Some of the best racing, the most intense racing you'll find is our MAV TV series between the juniors and the pros. Looks like Josh.
Hey, quickly, Kenny, we can't show this on camera because he's one of our spotters. He's behind our cameras. There's a gentleman that's spotting for the trucks. And on the back of his shirt, it says 27, 14, 4, and 41. Well, that guy's not having a good day because the 27, the 14, the 4, and the 41 are all on the infield.
And they've got a really neat-looking pit set up with two big, giant toter homes, all those trucks. And they look like they had a lot of parts down there, though. So they'll probably be okay.
There'll be a lot of work thrashing between these two main events to try and get these trucks back ready.
Let's see. Al says no physical distancing. Nice night at the short track. Kenny emailed Tiffany Parker at Willow Springs and set something up. Well, what we could do, Al, maybe we could hit. Looks like we're going to go one to go. Maybe we could hit Willow Springs with our juniors this winter. On our way past Havasu down to Tucson, we end up at probably Irwindale, right?
Yep.
All on Short Track TV. That'd be a lot of fun.
Be cool.
We need a road trip. Tammy wants a new motorhome. Maybe Pam Silva watching from front of our fire. Wish we could be there. Your fire is probably more comfortable. We'll try and give you the best show, Pam. I wish I was there drinking a nice
that
Michelob
be
Ultra.
nice
Austin Edwards is going to take him to the green, bringing him around to the start box. They're looking for him to pull the trigger first. Out back, Andy.
Yep, here we go, side by side. And I tell you what, the 5 of Steve Reeves got a pretty good start on Austin Edwards, but Edwards is very fast out of turn number 1. Reeves has to be careful now because the 65 of Parker Jones. Parker is making a move on Steve Reeves, pushes Reeves way up the racetrack.
Best battles for second, as you're talking about out back, Andy. That 5 truck's the one we're going to stay with. Looks like he's got good forward bite off the corner, really running hard.
Well, 65 has some damage. That's the 65 of Parker Jones, and has some front damage. So they could probably go to work on that truck during the break when they get a bit of a break for our Southwest Tour trucks. But Austin Edwards, it's been a while since he's been to Victory Lane here at Madera Speedway, so he would love to get a couple of wins here tonight.
Still a big battle for second place. They are throwing down the trucks. One thing, they're intense. They are up on the wheel running hard.
Reeves got to the inside of Jones that time, so Reeves fighting back on the inside, pushing Jones up.
Yeah, and he has company. It might be a 2-for-1 right here.
Yep, the Beetle Code number 24 is making some moves, Ronnie Davis.
As Josh just showed you, fans, we're at the halfway point. Best battle on the track is for third right now. Actually, it's 3 trucks for third. Dean Gray's doing a great job for us, and we're at lap, should be 16 going to 30. Looks like 15 going to 30.
Yep, and that battle continues with those 3 trucks. Now the 24, the Beetle & Co. Entry of Ronnie Davis grabs second now, so Davis makes his way to second. These trucks kind of need to single file out, see if they can try and run down Austin Edwards, or they're going to need a restart or something because...
Yeah, that's going to be a tall order. Let's go to the speed shot right here. Here's Austin Edwards coming down the front straightaway. Pass start finish right there, lap 18. Here's your second place truck. Third, fourth.
Yep.
Fifth, sixth, seventh right there.
3.697.
I say you got the computer and all the fancy stuff there. Let him know.
So Edwards, let's see if he stretches it out this time. wait for the 24 to come over the line, and we'll give you the difference. 3.9. So Austin Edwards about a tenth faster every lap than that 24, the Beetle Co. entry of Ronnie Davis. So
big
Austin
battle
Edwards,
right now out back, and he's that 5 truck, and what's that, 4th place? Dean Gray's all over it for us. Big battle.
Well, he was up there challenging for the lead with Austin Edwards and has dropped back and fighting to hold on to 4th position. That is the number 5.
That 44 truck making
Steve
a big
Reeves.
run on the outside.
Yeah, Brent Adams. Adams does a good job around the outside. Let's see if he can get that big run that the trucks are notorious here at Madera. No, the inside is still pretty good.
Yeah, but watch the big drive. Adams really rolls in on the corner. That
3 and
truck's
4.
damaged on the left rear, but it doesn't look like it's damaged in the go fast department. Rolls in again. That's a really nice battle. Austin Edwards coming out of turn 4. We're on this battle right now, but Austin Edwards has clicked off lap 23 going to 30.
Adams moved up to 4th position. He'll try and run down that 65 entry of Parker Jones. And I tell you what, he's put a truck length lead on the number 5 of Steve Reeves. So the 44 truck, let's take a look at his lap times. He's running a 16.575. The truck in front of him, Parker Jones, is 7.27. So a couple of tenths there, the 65. So he'll, in fact, he's got by now the 65 as the 44
now
is about to
5
get
truck,
by
we're
him.
back. Dean Gray's got us back on the 5 truck. Big battle, little contact right there. 4 truck moves him. I mean, that just kind of dropping back through the field. Must be a tire situation on the 5 truck. Not happy at all right there.
A 4.91 and a 4.07. The fast times for Parker Jones and Adams. Adams has that fast time. This time the 44. Adams sets up for the inside on Parker Jones.
Yep,
Jones gets the
44's best
slingshot off
battle
for 2.
on the track. Adams is rolling forward. He is really driving hard right now. Lap 27 heading to 30. And we're going to stay with the 44 for, well, maybe 2 more laps. Contact.
Our race leader, Austin Edwards, out to a 6-second lead now, 6 seconds. So nearly half a lap lead on the Beetle & Co. number 24, Ronnie Davis. But this is a good battle for 3rd. The 44 has passed now. So Brent Adams has passed Parker Jones, and the 4 of Ed Cutler is running with him as well. So Ed a little sideways. Little
White
tail
flag
happy.
is
White
out.
flag.
The leader's in turn 1. 18 truck. Dean Gray's all over him right now. We're going to bring Austin Edwards all the way back around the checkered flag to lap 30. And he has another victory finally back at the Madera Speedway.
Yes, he
it's
is
been a long
back at
time.
Madera Speedway. The Burgesons, number 18. Austin Edwards back in victory lane at Madera Speedway.
Dean Gray's going to swing that around to the start-finish line for us and just lock that camera right on Josh, waving that checkered flag. Looks like where Dean's heading. Then what we'll end up doing here is bringing Austin Edwards around. Seth will go down to the start-finish line with our. We got a different setup. We're going to stay up here.
Oh, we're going to stay up?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I didn't let you know this. Seth is going to set this up. They will be able to hear us. We'll be able to hear them. And something special, fans, if you got a question for Austin Edwards, let us know right now, and we will ask him live for you in Victory Lane. If you got any first, second, or third question for either, give us a rundown on the top 5, Andy.
Okay, finishing order for that event. In fact, I'll run through the top 5 right now. Austin Edwards, the 18 truck, gets the win by a margin of 7.292 seconds over Ronnie Davis in the 24 truck. Brent Adams fills the podium spot in the 44. Ed Cutler in 4th. Then you go to the 5th position. Parker Jones in the 65. Those are top 5 finishing trucks in this event. Kenny Shepard?
Yeah, so again, what we will do, if you've got a question, Robbie Kennedy, tell Austin I said good job. You know what, Robbie, I'll do that for you. What's going to happen, Seth is setting up the camera, the radio. You can hear us on that radio. Raise your hand, Seth. Okay, so that's going to be nice and loud so they can hear us. And then we will be able to hear everything back from them on the other microphone. Seth, go over there and give us a test on that microphone, would you? Give me a 1, 2, 3.
Test 1, 2, test 1, 2.
Perfect. Good job. Thank you. So you'll hear us as it comes back through. You're hearing some feed. That's from my radio. That's with my radio shut off right now. So you will hear a little bit of an echo when we are asking and talking to them. it'll be kind of fun. Okay, Seth's going to get our leader over to the microphone right now. We're looking for Austin Edwards right now. Bring him up to the microphone.
Yeah, Austin Edwards make his way, and we'll talk to Austin.
Yeah, let me chat with him real quick here.
All right.
Looks like we're ready to go. Raise your hand if you can hear me, Austin. We're going to get Dean Gray to, Dean's already on Austin. We can see that right now. It's fine. Austin, you hear me good?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I've got a couple of things. We're doing something different. So Robbie Keneally said, nice job, Austin. Shelly Smith, congratulations. Nice job. We've got fans that are chiming in right now. So they're live. They're gonna be interviewing you as well. But tell us about that race. It looked like it was, you kind of paced yourself, and then you just ran away from them. So tell us about that.
Yeah, it was definitely very eventful in the beginning. I don't know, we had many two pileups as far as I'm concerned in the first half of the race, but these guys were racing hard. I get it. Had a little contact myself. They're down in turn 3, but was able to work through the trucks one by one, get out front, just kind of pull away to, I think, a straightaway lead, if I heard correctly. And at that point, it was all about saving those Hoosier tires, keep them for the next 30 laps. So it was a lot of fun. A big thanks to Rocket Motorsports and Bergeson's Heating and Air for making it all possible, and everyone back at home watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and stick around for the next one.
What do you anticipate in the next race? Will it be as aggressive, or the truck drivers always that way, or what do you think the second 30-lap main event will be like?
Well, no, the aggressiveness of the truck drivers definitely surprised me today. They're usually a very, very clean, easygoing class with tons of clean side-by-side racing. So that was rather surprising, a little bit unexpected. But for the next race, we're going to have to see what Jeff Williams wants to do with these trucks and see how many he wants to invert, if he wants to make it interesting, keep it straight up, or what's going to go on, because that's going to make a huge difference on our strategy for the next 30. But at the end of the day, having a lot of fun racing for these guys.
Okay, last question I have for you. We were talking about you were one of the original winners in the 5150 Junior Late Model Series. Been a little while since you've been back to Victory Lane. What's it like now back in Victory Lane at Madera?
It's pretty special to be back here. You know, we won the round 2 of 2016 in the Junior Late Models, and when that great series started, this was a lot of up and downs from that point on for the middle of 2016. So we fought a lot of bad luck around here. Had a lot of learning days trying to figure out how to get back to Victory Lane here, and it never quite worked out. So it might not be in a Junior Late Model, but either way, it's special to be in the Victory Lane down here at Madera Speedway.
Well, very few know this, but you were one of the original kids, 9 years old, in the trucks here that gave me a tremendous amount of confidence a couple years later to turn loose with the 5150 Junior Late Model Series. So thank you for what you've done. Congratulations. You got to get your truck back there, get it tuned up and ready to rock and roll for the second half. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, Kenny.
Okay, what we'll do right now is Seth is going to move the microphone forward, if he would, for us towards the flag stand. Maria Rotella, thank you, Maria. We've got a poll, so Dean's going to zoom in just a little bit for us, and we're going to try and get that poll out of the way so we can get a little bit better close-up. And we're going to send this one. I'm going to hand this off to Outback Andy Foster for a second-place competitor. Here you go, Andy. You're going to have to talk to him right there, bud. All right, we're with Outback Andy right now.
Well, it's good to see the Beetle & Co. number 24 of Ronnie Davis. Ronnie, you've been racing here in Madera for some time in these trucks, and man, how difficult was that to try and stay out of trouble? There was a lot going on around you.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a dicey race. It was fun, though, good times. It was fun coming up through the pack like that. Had to overcome a couple little hiccups, but it was nice to be able to stay solid and come through the pack and end up 1-2 with our teammate Austin Edwards. And just got to thank Beetle Co., Lowers Welding and Fabrication, LMS Motorsports, my crew chief Dallas Leininger, my dad Ron Davis Sr. All our team just kicks butt, man. It's having a good time out here. Glad to be back in Madera.
Kenny and I talked before the start of that race, and I was kind of saying I thought that things may be a little tame in the first race because you guys have got the twin main events tonight, but wow, things were far from tame. What do you got to do to your truck to try and run with Austin in the next main event? What sort of changes do you think you need to make?
It's going to be real tough to make the black truck run with that white truck. The 18s are our masterpiece. It runs like crazy, and we've been working. This 24 is our backup truck, and we've been working on it, and we've made some very good gains with it, and it's getting better. We got a couple things we need to do to it. As far as trying to catch up with Austin tonight, it's gonna be tough, but we're gonna go look at it. We're gonna look at some temperatures and stuff and check it out and see what we can do. But I'm happy with second place, running behind my teammate and making a good showing.
Great second place tonight by Ronnie Davis in second. Well, Kenny, I'll tell you what, we're going to go down to third place here pretty soon.
Yep, I think the guys will bring him over right now. Seth will bring him over. Made that adjustment. Thank you, Maria, for the feedback on that. Again, very small crew we have. It's one camera person, 2 cameras start finish line, 1 up here with us. And we're trying to do some different things so we can interact. So back over to Outback Andy right now and down trackside.
Yeah, just before we do, I'll run through positions 6 onwards. Steve Reeves in 6th, Curtis Burns 7th, and then you're followed by Sean Davis, Ken Swan, Ricky Bogart, Brian DeVos, and Nash Youngman. Rounds out the trucks that were in that race. Kenny Shepard. We'll go down trackside right now to the guy in 3rd, Parker Jones. Parker, early incident down in 3 and 4. Tore the panel work off the left-hand side and did some damage to the deck, but didn't seem to affect the handling of that truck. And obviously it missed all the suspension components and just cosmetic parts that were damaged, but the handling didn't go away on that truck.
Well, first off, it's Brent Adams, 44 truck. No, everything clear to the suspension. It's just major body work, that's all.
Yeah, Brent, like I say, there was an incident that could have turned bad early down there. You made some really cool moves too. One of them was tracking down the 65 entry of Parker Jones. You had a good battle going on with Parker, yourself, and Ed Cutler. That was a pretty good battle for a number of laps.
Yeah, that was pretty fun. I got to give him that. He held it out there on the outside, and he stuck with me for a little bit. So I think I just had just a little bit better drive off than him.
So you've got a handle on things now. You make some changes for the second main event. We'll see you back then.
10-4, yep. I'm going to remove some excess body panels, and I'll be back.
Brent Adams, 3rd place. Ronnie Davis and Austin Edwards taking the win. So you hand the radio back to Kenny Shepard. That's pretty cool, Kenny.
That's something I worked on this week to be able to come up with. When we did this first one, it was terrible. People couldn't hear. I think Dave Pereira said, hey, I can't hear this. We went to the shotgun mic. Now we're rigging up some different things that we can do so we can set up here. And I hope that was much clearer for the fans where it was crystal clear. We want to hear the drivers. Now our preference would be if we had Zach here, our interview cam would be right down there in their face, obviously, and you'd get a right shot. But we're doing this with one cameraman, Dean Gray, and 2 cameras on the flag stand, a camera up here with you and I right there. There's a flag 1, we call it. That's turn 4. Poor Outback Andy usually has these giant monitors in front of him. I've got a tiny little recorder I'm using. That's our 3rd camera angle, which is the Frank cam. You see Frank's little buddy right there, nut up stickers, all the goodies there. And then you jump over here, and then that's Dean Gray's camera that he's shooting for us. Normally you have 2 cameras there, 1 in turn 1. Up on the lift, we've got 17 to 18 cameras we shoot. Is this a truck race? Go ahead, Outback Andy. Go ahead and take this. I'm going to answer a question here for our.
Well, we're going to move these trucks back to the pit area. Austin Edwards back in victory lane. And saw Mum Heidi down there. Heidi Edwards. Well, it's been a bit of a drought for Austin. He has been doing some other kind of racing this year. He's doing a little open-wheel midget racing and doing some little sports cars with the Mazda Miatas. So doing a lot of different kind of racing this year, maybe some 4-cylinder cars that they have. So Austin was just sharing his year, and we hope to see him back in the junior late model because he is one of the quality drivers in our junior series. As Kenny said, one of the original junior racers, and he won round 2 of our first season of 5150 junior late models.
I'm back, Outback Andy.
You got
I'm
some
back.
questions there, Kenny Shepard?
Oh, we've got plenty. Jason Lawton, that was awesome. Great job, Kenny. Trying something different, Jason. What we're actually doing is talking to them through a radio that we tied in upstairs here, and then just kind of trying to make it cool. So if any of you have questions for the top 3, we'll basically let our fans, you've got a feed down there with the fans too. Let's just let the fans interview the next ones, whatever their questions are.
Yeah.
Why'd you touch this guy? Why'd you move him? Someone had a good question. I think it was Robbie Kearney wanted us. I didn't see it until after the interview. What's the difference in driving the truck on the junior late model? So that would be really interesting to actually get that feedback. Let's see what else. Good show. Way to go, Austin. Is this Southeastern Super Trucks? No, it's Southwest Tour Trucks. Alan England. Hello, Alan.
Hey.
Yeah. Congratulations to Austin. Listening from Lindale, Texas. What's that? Vern W12. Well, Vern, my wife wants to move to Tyler, Texas. She's been looking at property. She wants to build a racetrack and a MAV TV show out there. We've got a lot of our drag race buddies moved out there. But right now on the track, we've got Joey Brazil doing a little hot lap, and they had some issues. I think John Williams is going to go ahead and get the lights turned on. We've got some shadows, so we're going to get the lights turned on early tonight. But just tuning up here real quick, we are a little bit behind the show, so our guys are going to hustle. We'll get once he's off the track, we'll work our way through these main events quickly. All right, let's see who else with us.
Some trouble with that 23 car today.
Marty Hagan, where is this track? We are in Madera, California, just north, about 30 minutes north of Fresno, kind of between just underneath Yosemite on the Highway 99 corridor. We like to talk about how much food we grow here. And so it's kind of more like the Midwest here. It's a lot of farm country here. Madera racing on MAV TV has been pretty popular for the last 6 years, so the track's become pretty well known across the country wherever I go. Build an exact clone of Madera. There you go. Build an exact clone of Madera in Tyler, Texas. I would love to do that. Vern, that's 10 miles from me. Well, there's some Lake Fork. I love that area. Steve Schimmer, my mom's from Tyler. Yeah, Kilgore and Tyler, most all of our friends, some were originally from there. They moved back. I think most all of my friends are from there. So, yeah, I would love to build a duplicate of the Madera Speedway, but I would do it a little different. The infield would be so decked out for live-style pit stops. I wouldn't have a gate on the back straightaway. I'd have a tunnel under turns 1 and 2, and that's how the cars would navigate to and from the pits. I think it would be really cool. Hot rod and custom interiors. Boy, I've got a shop full of hot rod, and might have to figure out who you guys are. Sure appreciate this live feed. Can't wait to return in person. Live feed again, brought to you by NutUp. Make sure you guys go to nutup.com. Put MAV TV 50 and MAV TV 20. I was on a 50-lap mindset. MAV TV 20 for a 20% discount. So make sure you guys do that. In fact, let's pop that up real quick, Outback Andy. See, I think we've got that on there right now. There we go. So right there, 20% discount at checkout, MAV TV 20, all uppercase. And please place an order. Very inexpensive, healthy snacks. This is how we're providing the live feed. We've sold so much sponsorship. We miss our fans. We need the revenue badly, but NutUp is helping us out in a major way. So make sure you guys are go to nutup.com and say thank you for this live feed for us, and we can keep doing them live. If not, like so many tracks, I think there's one Steven's working tonight that was $29.99, I believe, for one live stream. Yep. We've got some that are $19. That one might have been $19, but I've seen $19, $20, $15. These are free. So share them with your friends. Let's get some numbers. Drive some traffic to nutup.com. Plug in that MAV TV 20 for a 20% discount, and we can keep doing these live streams for free. What's the lineup, Outback Andy? Okay, we'll go with the lineup for our hobby stock main event. And I was going to wait for them to double up here, but we'll take a look at
2 to go. Yeah, we better get moving 2 to go. So we'll go with the front row, the veteran racer, and the number 7.
1 to go.
It is grandfather Richard Herzog on the outside. Dennis Saunders Jr. moved to row number 2. This guy won a heat race today at the 42. Manny Gonzalez Jr. to the outside of him, the 73 of Tyler Rogers. Behind him, the 2 cars from Bakersfield, the 99 Don Mead, and the 99B of Brian Childress. The black is the B. The 99 is the yellow one. We're getting set for a start. Here we go, Kenny Shepard.
Off of turn 4, Richard Herzog. 3 generations of Herzog. They win, win, and win. It's all Richard Herzog right now. We're going to stay with Richard Herzog. I think he's going to have a little bit of company. That 73 is rolling the top. Rogers really not afraid of that high side and just rolls it off in there, Andy.
Yeah, this guy's really improved. We haven't seen a lot of this guy in previous times here at Madera. They turned up a couple of years ago, and I think first night out they crashed down the back section. But they're back now and running here
Definitely
at Madera.
The best battle on the track is that 3rd position. You got Manny Gonzalez Jr. trying to win a championship right there fighting with Rogers. Gonzalez has been really good. I think the car right now to watch is that 73 car.
Yeah, the 73 very fast to get up to the outside of Saunders. May try and make a run on the outside. He can't do it. Saunders moves way up the
The
racetrack.
high side, the 73, slicing and dicing. He's using the whole racetrack and driving the wheels off that car. That's one of the best-looking hobby stocks I've seen. I'd love to see 20. It kind of looks like those old Grand National cars off of turn 4, flying right there out back, Andy.
Yes, it does, and that car is looking good. He's moving
Looking at
around
the top,
racetrack
looking at the
too.
bottom, setting him up. That car's really running well.
One of the Bakersfield cars to the back
Big
is all
run.
super sideways.
Let's go back to Gene's shot right here. That
There we
73 is wearing the right rear out, though. I can see that. We're still staying with the 73. Best race on the track. Manny Gonzalez got pretty loose, but we want to stay with the 73. Pair of 99s out back hustling the track. But we're going to stay. They're tightening up on Richard Herzog now. We're going to have a three-way battle, lap 6 going to 30.
Herzog certainly not running away with this. And Saunders now, the 73, is all over the back bumper. Dennis Saunders Jr. And Dennis Saunders Jr. has been doing this in these hobby stocks for a long, long time.
He's locked down on the bottom of the racetrack. He's making that car wide. 73 of Rogers, he just has to make sure he's not wearing that right rear out. Looking at that big run, I think Rogers would be better off to go ahead and drive it off deeper on the high side, really get after it, and just commit to the high side right here.
Yeah, the big problem is coming out of turn number 4 as
lot of
Rogers
grip
gets
out
the
there,
outside,
Andy.
Saunders pushes up.
There's a lot of grip.
Maybe he listened to you a little
Drive
bit.
it in farther right there. I mean, take that now. Saunders going up across the track. Tried to block him. Big run on the inside. He's not going to stop this one.
Good switchback from the 73 to go from the high line to the inside, and he may just get on by sideways.
Little
out of the
sideways
turn.
right there. Let's
Like
see if he
he's-
gets it done. He's got to roll because I think that the 73 of Rogers can run down Herzog once he clears Saunders, and that's now happened.
Yes, he has, and was burning the right rear off of that. I don't know how much he's hurt that right rear in the early laps. Time will tell.
Big
But
crossover move. The fans liked it. Let's see, Leila Wilson, she liked it. Now I want to see. Let's see some gaps. What do we have? What's the computer telling us right now out back, Andy? What's the distance between first to second?
we'll take a look at that right now. It is a 2.208. 2.208.
Okay, we're going to stay with the 73. He is running down Richard Herzog. Andy will give us reports on this. Here comes Richard Herzog past the speed cam. I'm going to stay on the speed cam. There's second, third, fourth, Gonzalez. We're going to stay on the
1.8.
speed cam. Off of turn 4, we've got a pair of 99 cars. Tell us about them, Andy.
Yeah, they're from Bakersfield. That's the 99, straight up 99, the yellow one. That's Don Mead and Brian Childers in the 99B.
And
those
Herzog
guys are
just-
dirt racers from Oildale, and they turned their attention to pavement racing. Let's take a look at the gaps, Kenny. It's down to 1.638 now. So you're right, Rogers is carving into that
Okay,
leader,
if I
Herzog.
calculate this right, we're at lap 14 right there. Herzog goes by. Rogers into the wall right there slightly. So lap 14, I calculate the distance on lap 24. He will be on his back bumper. That's my prediction. 24. He's going to
Kenny
push on his
Shepard,
back
we'll keep an
bumper.
eye on that because we're about to go lap 17 here for Richard Herzog. Let's see at the distance now, 1.475. Now Herzog comes to traffic but easily gets around that 99 from Bakersfield. And I tell you what, that 73 of Rogers drove it deep in. That was a good move getting into 3.
Now what we're going to do, Dean's going to slide back to the 91 in turn 1. There's a big battle right now. Gonzalez all over him. We're going to watch the computer. Rogers slipped into the wall there, but we're on the 91 car as Saunders. Look at that outback, Andy. He's got company.
Yes, he has. As Herzog goes over the line, let's look at the gap to second. It's 2.0 seconds. So Herzog pulled out a little bit on Rogers that time. But that battle between Saunders and Manny Gonzalez,
That's the battle we're on right now.
that is
It's
a
on
very
camera.
close battle.
Yeah, and 2 laps ago, Gonzalez was underneath Saunders, but Saunders been able to pull out just a little bit of lead. Here comes Gonzalez again, right back to the back bumper again.
Yeah, that's a great battle. Young Manny Gonzalez came from our Toyota sedan class, 4-cylinder Toyota sedans, moved up to the V8 hobby stocks. He has Chuck Aguirre wrenching on the car. Jason Aguirre also up and advised that team. And Manny's learning all the time. Really impressive.
He is, but he can, and I hope he watches this video. One thing he can do, he needs to let the car breathe. Watch coming off. He can use more racetrack, get more angle. So watch this. Off of turn 4, the 42. Watch this angle. He leaves a lot of racetrack on the outside of him. He ought to have those right side against the fence, sweep that thing, get a lot of mile per hour right there, and he can make that run. Saunders is getting a better run off the corner. Manny's young. He's learning. He's got a great coach. Even Jason Aguirre is helping him. But watch, he's leaving a lot of racetrack out here to the right side. You can see it from this shot.
Just let it drift up
that was
the
a little
track.
better.
Let it drift
but see
up
right there, he's got to hold that thing out and get that big run instead of boxing the corner. Now, something else has happened. I was wrong. The 73 hit the wall twice, loose. He's burned up the right rear running as hard as he did. He's falling back now away from Herzog, and he's falling into the clutches of Saunders that's got a lot of pressure. So you're going to have a big battle. We're staying with the 91 car. He's going to run to second place right now on the top. Big high run. Battle for second out back, Andy.
Rogers made a mistake in hill span. Made a mistake in a number of things there where he got to trying to go to the inside of that lap car, and he should have stayed to the outside. And the battle between Saunders
Caution's
and
out.
Gonzalez,
That's
caution is out.
Yeah, and
He
Rogers,
needed to
I
make
think
that move on the outside, not the inside.
Yeah, and he got bottled up for a lap or so, and you're absolutely right. Now, what I did see, and I'm a big fan of Rogers, he'll get up on the wheel and just drive that thing, but he drove the right rear off of it, and that happened in the early stages when he was trying to pass for second, and really wore the right rear out, and he got to the point where he got bottled behind that lap car, got a little frustrated, and you're right. Easy move was just move by on the outside and don't let them go.
Yeah, the lap car
Samuel H., we've got a comment here that I can't repeat. You guys will have to read that. Something about lap traffic. Get out of the way, ran it hard, Tyler. Tyler's an up on the wheels, elbows up driver. He's a good driver and great personality. Love that race car, like I said. Let's see here. 30 laps of talking over each other. Yeah. We try not to do that, but we get excited. Steve Fernandez, Richard Herzog, fellow classmate at McLean High School back in the day. What year was that, Steve? See Steve typing now. Richard Herzog. Let's see. Let's guess what year that would be. And we're back this direction. Let's stay with Dean right here. For some reason we're getting a little feedback from that camera right there when you hear it. Then that camera cleans up. I can hear it in my headset. I'm also monitoring the outbound audio while Outback Andy and I are talking. So we've got quite a bit going on up here. They're having fun and they're providing this to us for free.
Yep,
a lot
is
of
the
work.
word, free.
I mean, I don't. Would you use this? Yeah, it's fun being in a short track. But when we have 16 or 17 people working on our TV show, that's actually easier than a small club race with. I was down here very early this morning setting up cameras. Been a long weekend doing this.
And I must say, too, Kenny Shepard, that not only are you setting up early, you're also setting up some equipment that is very new to us, too, that you haven't had a lot of chance to play with. You got that new equipment.
Yeah.
And learning as we go. We're learning on the fly here with that new equipment.
Okay. Kenny, do you have a possible date for the return to the track? Fans return. No, we don't. That's up to the governor, and it doesn't seem like they're real ambitious to do that yet. Calm down, people. Well, that's a comment. They said calm down. Thank you for setting all this up. Part of short track racing is rooting and cheering, and right now off turn 2, it's 1 to go. Richard Herzog is 23 laps into an attempt to go back to victory lane, and it'd be the first victory this year by a Herzog. So right now we're going to stay with that leader, and it really, Richard Herzog looks very racy right now. Off of turn 4 in the box. Richard Herzog pulls the throttle first, pulls the trigger first. We're staying with the 7 car, the leader right now, Andy.
Yes, I'm going to be interested to see how Kenny says the 73 will get up on the wheel. We'll look for that action coming. Richard Herzog leading Dennis Saunders Jr. Here we go, that big battle of 73 car. He's up on the wheel like Kenny said he would be on the outside of Manny Gonzalez in that fresh off the grill 42 entry. And he is going to get around the outside of Manny.
And that's the best battle right now. We're going to stay with that 73 car. Rogers, he is putting on a show for us right now. Up on the wheel, driving hard.
Rogers realizes the mistake he made. That's the move he should have put on the lap car.
5 to go, Andy. 5 to go.
5 to go. That 73 car should have put that move on the lap car, not trying to go to the inside. Now can he take on Dennis Saunders Jr.? Herzog seems to be pretty comfortable up front. Now from the outside, Rogers drives down to the inside. Manny Gonzalez Jr. It's a good 3-car battle for second place at Madera Speedway.
Coming to lap 27, we're still with the 73 car Rogers. 27, 3 to go. Herzog on a Sunday drive on a Saturday right now.
Wow, Manny Gonzalez Jr. from the inside gets past the 73 of Rogers. Oh, Manny got squirrely off of turn number 2, and Rogers runs it, like Kenny said, deep in. And now Manny Gonzalez Jr., I tell you what, I think Chuck Aguirre and Jason Aguirre heard what we were saying on YouTube, because they're letting that 42 car float up towards the wall coming out the turn a lot more.
And we're with the leader, Richard Herzog, coming to the white flag off of turn 4, heading to victory lane, Andy.
Yes, he is. Richard Herzog, the veteran, father of Brian Herzog, grandfather of Austin Herzog, of course, the 2019 Madera Speedway late model TV champion. Here we go. We straighten up the line. Richard Herzog, the veteran, will take the win. Back to victory lane from Dennis Horner Jr.'s. The 42, Manny Gonzalez. Great day for Manny. The 73 of Tyler Rogers. Then we go back to the 99. Don Mead and Brian Childers, the 2 Bakersfield cars, learning the craft of pavement racing. We will see Richard Herzog in victory lane real soon.
Yep, and 791.42. Richard Herzog. How old do you think Richard Herzog is, or how young?
Well, I'm not sure how old Richard is.
21?
Yeah, he's 21.
He drives like
maybe a couple times. Yeah.
Sort of like dog years. There's race
Yep.
car driver years. He's way to go, Richard Herzog. Nice win, Richard. Great job, Tyler. Tyler did a good job. Drove his rear end off,
Yep.
not bad. No power steering. Rock Tyler. Steve Schimmerhorn, congratulations. Steve, when are you coming back? I'm gonna help alter that cast or whatever's on your
Steve
leg.
got hurt, right, on a motorbike or something?
I heard he fell off his couch.
Couch? Okay.
Yeah,
All
he
right.
was watching a recording of the 1979 Daytona 500, wasn't it? You told me, Steve, and he fell off the couch and stubbed his foot badly. We miss you, Steve. We've got to mess with you a little bit. Seth is setting up right now for our interview setup, and it looks like we're going to have Richard Herzog over just shortly. Fans, you want us to ask Richard Herzog anything, let us know, and we'll ask him right here. Laugh out loud, Steve. When are you coming back? We miss you. That's what we want to know. Everyone wants to know. The most winning hobby stock driver. Dean's rubbing his shoulder. It's not as easy as the old days, is it, Dean?
Yeah.
Yep, you're doing a good job, though. Dean's already dialed in for us right there. I didn't see him move, and again, I don't have my big monitors, so I should have been off that shot. I apologize. Richard Herzog's working his way over to the microphone right now. They're going to bring him over.
Yeah, I guess Richard just wanted to get a couple of shots with the trophy, with the race car. Richard probably doesn't realize he has to come over to like a podium.
High-tech stuff. Real quick, Angela, not the story Steve told me. I heard there's a few silver cans involved in that. We got to get him back down here. So way to go, Seth. All right, Richard Herzog. You hear me, Richard? Raise your hand if you can. All right. We've got a lot of fans cheering you on here. And, these are the virtual fans. The real fans out here actually live, they've got a few questions for you. So that looked like a Sunday drive on a Saturday. Tell us about that race, Richard. I said, tell us about that race. I mean, it just seemed like a Sunday drive. Was it that easy in the car? Was that car that hooked up? They were battling like crazy behind you.
Every corner except going into 3. That windshield is about 7-8 years old, and it's all scratched up. And with the sun down, it was just I couldn't really see. So when I get by the gate on the backside, I was counting to brake to go into 3.
Well, you had them covered. You had the luxury to do that. They were absolutely throwing down for second place. But tell us, how was the car handling? There was a lot of talk last week in the late model race about really tight in the center. How was the track? Was your car balanced? Is it tight in the middle, loose off? What was it doing?
I think it's pretty close. It might have been a little bit tight, but that kind of worked to my advantage down on the bottom. Thanks to TJ and John and Haley and my son Brian and Austin for putting the car back together. Last race last year, we totaled it in turn 3, and they reclipped it and did everything to it, put it back together, get me out here today.
We've got a lot of fans tuning in. I mean, there's a lot out there watching right now, and there's a lot of congratulations to Richard. There's 2 questions. Miller, let's see, it's Miller T3. How does it feel, Richard, to be in the winner's circle as a driver, but not as a dad, as a grandpa? How does that feel is what they want to know.
Ancient.
Ancient. You can.
I don't know whether I have more fun doing this or watching my grandson race.
Well, 3 generations of Herzog, you've been a big part of this racetrack. Congratulations. We appreciate you being out here so much. And first Herzog in victory lane, so you're going to have to go do a little coaching to the others, huh?
Always.
Thank you very much, Richard. We appreciate it. Congratulations. Wonderful watching you out here win again, making history.
All right, and the car is for sale.
All right, you heard that, fans. That race car is for sale. Now I've already got a question. How much? We might sell it right here for you.
$7,500, ready to go, minus the seat and seat belts.
Does it come with coaching? It's very smooth. That's the next question that's going to pop up.
Yeah, Austin will coach him for a year.
All right, fans, you hear that out there live. $7,500. You get a Herzog car with the coach from the championship-winning car last year. Thank you again. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, now we're going to hand it off to Outback Andy Foster with our second place driver, Dennis Saunders.
Yeah, it's good to see Dennis Saunders. Again, good to see Dennis Saunders Jr. back in victory lane at Madera, that second place today. Hey, we talked early in the day, and you've been doing this for a while, racing these hobby stocks. Great battle between yourself and Tyler and, of course, Manny Gonzalez Jr. out there. That was you had a lot of cars to hold off in that second place.
Yeah, it took everything I had. It was real loose out there. I've been just maintaining this car. I'm going to have to do a little homework here. These guys are doing their homework and leaving me behind here, so we're going to try to step it up here and do something more than just maintaining the car.
Yeah, interesting you say that. The car that's behind you in third place today, Manny Gonzalez Jr., he came from the Toyota Sedans, and of course he's got all the Aguirres helping him out down there, Chuck Aguirre and Jason Aguirre, so there's a lot of experience down there to coach this young kid. Like you say, they're kind of doing their homework a little bit now, and you're going to have to step things up a little bit, try and find some go fast in that car for sure.
Yeah, he's not very far from a win. I was holding him off, and if I don't do something with this car, he's going to get by. He's getting pretty smooth in that car, so we'll have to pick our game up. I couldn't see over here in turn 3 and 4. I was running all over the rumble strips. I was coming in blind.
Yeah, good solid second place to you today. We'll see you back for the next one. And you're going to have your hands full because we got some good hobby stocks, and Shimmerhorn will be back soon too.
Yeah, I just want to thank Mom and Dad and God for letting us do this, and be safe, everybody.
Good stuff, buddy. Look forward to seeing you next race. Well, Kenny Shepard's taken off to look at one of our cameras. In the meantime, we'll bring up to the podium Manny Gonzalez Jr. Can you hear me down there, Manny?
Yeah,
Yep.
I got you.
Got you. Okay. Well, what a great day for you. We talked earlier in the day, and things are looking pretty good. Chuck Aguirre has been wrenching on this car. Last year, Chuck ran this a few times in the open competition, and, of course, Jason Aguirre's been out here as well helping you out. Your progression is really stepping up now, coming from the four-cylinder Toyota Sedans. Heat win today and third in the main event. You guys are really making gains.
Yeah, I got to give a big thanks to Uncle Charlie Racing, Jason Aguirre, and my dad. We've been getting this car pretty dialed in this last week, and it's been working a lot. It's been doing pretty good. It's been helping us and improving each race we come out.
Car looks really good this year, and it also looks really good on the racetrack. Like I say, not long ago you were running those Toyota Sedans, so you knew this. Dennis Saunders Jr., he's been doing this for a long, long time. He said he's going to have to step up and go back to the workshop because he believes you're coming. He said he doesn't think it'll be very long before you're in victory lane. I kind of agree with him with that. You're improving all the time. So great work to you and all of the team down there, and the Geary's helping you out.
Yeah, thank you. I just got to give a big thanks to A&M Service, Driven Animosity, Minor Farms, Elise and Aaron, Grandpa, everyone that helped out, my mom and dad. Thank you.
Hey, great job, and I'm sure you'll be where Richard is real soon, buddy.
Yeah, I hope so. Thank you.
Well, Manny Gonzalez Jr. taking the win, or taking third place, and not going to give a shout-out to young Tyler Rogers. Tyler had that spin, came thundering back, and Kenny said he'd be up on the wheel, but I think, unfortunately, he burnt the tire off the right rear tire off that car. Also, as well, is I think maybe he may have done some steering damage to that car when he got in the back of that lap car. Had he have made the move that he made around Manny after the restart on the lap car, I'm sure we would have seen that 73 car possibly even in second place in this event. But interesting comments. Kenny Shepard joins us back in the booth. Richard Herzog, happy. Dennis Saunders Jr. says he thinks he's going to have to really step up his preparation because he believes that 42 car is coming for a win. Is that? Well, we got Manny Gonzalez Sr. down there. Manny, you got a question for us?
Yeah, Andy, I just wanted to see if we could keep a close friend and family. He's got COVID, Gilbert Sargent Polanco. If we could all just keep him in mind and keep him in prayer. He's got COVID pretty bad.
Okay, we'll certainly do that, buddy, for your buddy there that's got the COVID, and anybody out there that's suffering from the COVID as well.
Yeah, everybody that's out there having a hard time with this, just keep praying. Thank you.
Thanks,
all right,
Manny.
Seth's going to pull that all back up and out of the way, and it's going to be time for the CVMS Central Valley Mini Stock Main Event rolling out on the track.
Well, Kenny, that was a really good hobby stock race today, and very interesting comments, like I said, from Dennis Saunders Jr. I'm sure he's going to go back and work really hard on that 91 car before he brings that back. And young Manny today, a heat win and third. That's a great day for that team.
We missed a couple of comments. I actually ran down to turn the lights on to the Speedway, so I'm out of breath.
Okay.
Sorry if I'm breathing hard. I'm not 21 anymore. Yeah, real short crew. We don't get that many people here. We've got a lot of restrictions, no fans, only so many people per crew, but we also have a limited staff. So, boy, does that make it difficult. But I missed something here, Andy. We had Anthony said, I want to know if they'd take 5,000. We might have been able to sell that car right there in Victory Lane if I'd have hustled. You're a good auctioneer. We should have you go at it here. Thomas Suarez says, no sponsors, can't race. Thomas, the sponsors drive the sport, don't they? I mean, it's we've been working so hard, and it's different. There's actually some places right now they're doing pretty good. You might find a little bit of sponsorship. I hear that train going by. See Josh right there doing a great job. Frank's little buddy. Frank's got a arsenal of stuffed animals there. Now, let's see. BC, it was recommended. Too bad Schermerhorn wasn't giving Herzog a race out there. Angela, I couldn't agree more. Those two raced so well. I don't know. Steve's gotten a lot older. He may not have it in the tank by the time he gets back. You know, sort of like a boxer. You take a little time off. You're whipping everybody. And all of a sudden, it's not quite the same.
He's going to find it a lot different because, like you say, guys like Manny stepping
They've
up.
stepped up. Could be tough.
The 73 car, Tyler Rogers stepping up as well. So those Bakersfield cars, they're going to get faster every time they come up. So, yeah, he's going to have some competition when he gets back.
I know. We'll see. He's probably out of shape, too. All the potato chips. Steve, you haven't been working either. He's just hanging out at home.
And you know who else is itching to get back out here, right?
Oh, yeah. It's a secret.
Howard Holden.
But Eloy, too. We're not supposed to say anything.
Yep.
But I heard Eloy has a ride. So Eloy's ready to tune up for Steve on his return. They'll probably show up on Steve's return.
Yep.
Boy, and with the speed right now of little Manny Gonzalez and those that are running, Central Valley Mini Stock Association big main event, the end of the month. This is a warm-up. At the end of the month, we have the Olga's Dream 100, about 50 of the really fast kind of modified, and then Dan Myrick with his group will have about 20 or 25. So it's going to be a lot of fun. That's the last weekend in August. It'll be live here on Short Track TV, and we'll film it and produce it for MAV TV. So trying to have the biggest four-cylinder races of the year here at the Madera Speedway as well.
Yeah, it's going to be a great event. We'll take a look at the lineup on the front row. The 88, Rod Baronian. On the outside, it is the 28 of Greg Baronian. We go to row number 2, the car that I really like, this little car, the 27 of Ryan Doglione. And then we go to the 25 car, I believe it is. That's the 25 of Steve Brown. Row number 3, the 22 on the inside, Mitch Pasquale. On the outside, how about this? The guy that would normally be turning the lights on, John Williams, We call him Blind Johnny. He does all the cameras on all our late models and the in-car cameras. John Williams in the 97 will start out position number 6. We go to row number 4. On the inside, the 18X, Dan Myrick, who puts this deal together. On the outside of Dan Myrick was the number 11, Sean DePriest. We know how fast Sean DePriest can be at times. The number 9 will start on the inside the next row. That's Gene Glover. On the outside of Gene Glover is the 75 of Jeff Durant. We go to the next row. It's the number 5 entry. That is Destiny Joplin. On the outside of Destiny Joplin is the 14 entry of Ethan Griffin. We go to the next row, the number 3 entry. That is Justin Griffin. That is our lineup for this Central Valley Mini Stock main event. Kenny Shepard.
Jeremy Davis, he's watching from the hospital. Sounds like they just had a baby. Congratulations. Can't wait to see you back out. Sterling Baker, we're getting ready to go green. Hey, Kenny asked Frank, the little kid having all the stuff. Here we go out back, Andy, heading into the start box. The 88 and the 28 roll into the start box nice and smooth, and the green flag is out.
Yes, they are. And tell you what, these Baronian brothers have been very, very fast out there.
Oh, John Williams turned around in turn 4. And it looked like it was his buddy, Mitch Pasquale, that got a whole handful of the whole back bumper.
We're going to go yellow down here, I'm sure, but there's a rear bumper. The rear bumper cover is off of John Williams' car. So the track crew, the DJ safety crew, will go down and retrieve John Williams' bumper.
We're going to see if we can get Dean to spin around and get a shot at John Williams' back bumper missing on the car coming past start-finish line right now, that white 97. He'll be coming up to Dean's camera. There we are. Look at that. There's the back end. And it looked like, I think someone else got into him, but he and Mitch Pasquale have been working on their cars together, and Mitch was the one that finished him off. So, friends in the pits. I think John was going to stop and try and see if he could throw it in the back seat there. John's been working on that car really hard. Always dreamed of racing. He's racing now.
He's a cool guy, too. Does a lot of work here at Madera and does a lot of maintenance here and painting the walls and just about everything here at Madera Speedway. John Williams.
Yeah, there's be careful what you ask him because there's nothing he won't do. Now, here's what people don't realize. At the end of the night, again, I said we have a really small crew. I started crazy early this morning setting all the cameras and gear up that we're using. We'll probably leave this property about 3 a.m. There's a flea market here tomorrow, and we have to have this pit area spotless. John Williams will clean the pit restrooms for me, while John's sidekick is helping me with trash cans, and I myself will work the oil. So I'll clean all the oil spots up, and every cigarette butt, every ash, everything off the track or the pit area will be cleaned
Seriously,
up.
that's
John's
true.
a big part of it. He'll do anything.
Seriously, that's true for all our race fans out there. I have been testing me this. I've been here at 1, 2 in the morning when Kenny Shepard, we've been riding around the pit area, and Kenny's been down there spotting for any oil that may not have been swept up, because there is a flea market in our pit area. Our pit area is all paved here at Madera. The whole area is paved, so we have to have any oil or any fluid that's down, we have to have it cleaned up. And you get out there and help, shovel sweep and sweep the brooms. And
we run we like a clean operation. So we also expect the highest level. We turn the track over in the best condition. It is challenging. You know, that flea market starts at 6 a.m. They come in at 3. We leave the property at 3:30 or 4.
Oh, they're parked up at 10 o'clock at night, getting lined up ready to come in.
Yep.
So
Aiden Kaiser, let me jump in here, Andy. Kenny, my dad and I are watching. They were here helping us last week. Actually, Aiden was helping Cabe McClenny last week. Boy, did McClenny have a run. Aiden, I don't know what you did to that car. Maybe you rubbed on it just right. 1 to go right now, but McClenny, he was on a roll, and that car's moving. He may win a race before this year's over in the 5150 Junior Late Model Series.
Well, the Herzogs have been helping out there, too, a little bit, so that's cool.
On the front row, who do we have out back, Andy, coming out of turn 2, crawling around to the start box? Who do we have
up there?
Two
Baronians. It's the 88 of Rod Baronian on the inside, and on the outside, the 28 of Greg Baronian.
Sterling Baker on track, no friends. I think they're still real good friends. We're going to slide down here. Let's go back to Dean. Let's watch them in the start box. They're in the box. They can go any time they want. Past Josh they go.
Wow, look how loose that 25 car is. But Loose is fast on the outside as he gets around Baronian. Babronian comes back. Now the 25 car, I tell you what, doing a great job. Stephen Brown.
Big battle for the lead. Second place battles brewing. We're just going to stay on that front pack of 4 cars for you, kind of keying on that second place car. Nice battle.
Yeah, Danny Myrick also trying to be a part of that battle as well, making it a 5-car battle. Well, it's the 2 Baronians up front, Rod and Greg. Right now, Rod Baronian leads Greg Baronian. And Ryan Doglione in that awesome little 4-cylinder car has company, and that is the company of 25 Stephen Brown. Kenny, Stephen Brown ran the high line for a little bit. Now he's tracking down on the inside.
Yeah, running really well right there. Practicing really well. The left rear's up in the air on that 27 car and then sliding the right front. That's cost him a little bit of time in the middle of the corner. Kind of looked like, almost contact right there.
Yeah, that's with Danny Myrick in the 18X. Danny Myrick has made his way up. He may get 4th here on Ryan Doglione.
Trying to make a run, falls off the pace, goes clear to the bottom, but really racy cars right now. They came here for the first time, and as you mentioned, most of them are dirt racers converting, and they have really improved from last year to this year here at the pavement track.
Doglione moved way up the racetrack. He thought Dan Myrick was going to get in the side of him, so he moved up to give Dan room. Dan backed off because Dan could see what was happening and let him go. We got lap traffic. It's the number 3. That's that truck of Justin Griffin. Griffin goes up the racetrack now to the outside, and our fast 5 will single file through past that lap truck.
Yep, down the back straightaway they go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 9 car pulling up into 6th place. So you really still have a 5-car battle for the lead. Lap 6 heading to lap 30. And Myrick is making another run at the 27 car. Open the entry up. Big run off of turn 4. Watch the turn 2, pardon me. Big run by Myrick down into turn 3.
Yeah, Doglione, that car is moving all over the racetrack as they have lap company. Now that's Ethan Griffin that they're going to come up to. Ethan moves up the racetrack.
Yeah, it could be contact right here. Puts a door. 4 wheels are better than, actually 8 wheels are better than 4. 27 car into
Ryan
the
Doglione
fence.
got a piece of the wall coming out of 2. That is a great battle between the 27 of Ryan Doglione and Danny Myrick.
Oh, there he goes down across the track.
Yep. He
Big
does that
battle.
a number of times.
Yeah, I mean, he's still the 27-18 best battle on the track where Dean has us. And that 27 car, it's kind of left rear Louis stealing it from John's nickname with that left rear in the air, but he's doing a road course straightaway right here. Watch that.
Yeah, that left wheel is off. As you get into the turn, you can see daylight underneath there. That wheel comes off the racetrack. Now Dan Myrick's in trouble in the 18X. Kenny had
falling back.
The 9 car got by. The 9, of course, this guy, Gene Glover. Gene's a experienced racer in these 4-cylinder cars. Truck is going another lap down here. And John Williams is in trouble in the white car on the outside. John trying to get that car down. I think John Williams has a flat tire, Kenny.
Yeah, it looks like John's heading the infield, but Dean Gray, our cameraman, is going to take us to the 88 car off of turn 2 right now. Blue 88 car is our leader, heading down the back straightaway. And we'll jump back in with the leader on lap 12, coming to lap 13 out back in.
Yeah, Rob Baronian, our race leader, probably his brother, Greg Baronian. So it's been all the Baronians up front. The 25 car got right on the tail of the Baronian cars for a while, then dropped back, and Ryan Doglione, he was in that battle with Danny Myrick. Myrick's gone south, and Doglione running back there in 4th. Looks like the 22. It's Mitch,
almost went 3 wide for second. We're going to slide back to that 28 car, second place car, see if he can close in on the family member there. Myrick's off the pace down the back straightaway, Andy.
Myrick's right off the pace on the back straight. Danny Myrick. I think Danny's, this might be a points race for the division.
Let me jump in. What I'm going to do, I'm on the speed shot. You're going to see Myrick right there crawling down the front straightaway at us. Yep. Underneath right there. He's way off the pace and in big trouble right now. Crawls into turn 1. Here come the leaders. Start finish now. You'll see them come by.
That's unusual for Dan Myrick in that House of Juju. In fact, he's going to pull that car to the infield now. So the House of Juju is done.
Dean Gray's going to stay with the 88 coming off of turn 4 right now, our leader, because the lead is shrinking out back, Andy.
Yes, it is. And the 14 is about to put a lap. That's the Griffians. So the 14 is about to put a lap on the 3. But meanwhile, Ryan Doglione passes both of them, and he's trying to keep pace with that 25, Kenny Shepard, Stephen Brown. So Doglione still trying to pick up a podium spot.
Yeah, and I'm really interested. We're at lap 18 coming to 19 of the 88-28 brothers, right?
Yep.
Is the big brother leading, or is it the younger brother, do you know?
I'm trying to think. I think it's the younger brother leading, actually.
If anyone's out there, if you know that for sure, let us know who's big brother, little brother. But right now, the 28 is closing in, absolutely closing in on the leader. We're still at the 88-28. We're going to stay with them coming to lap 20, 10 to go.
Yes, they are, 10 to go. Well, Ryan Doglione, the moves he keeps making on that, swerving across the track in that 27 entry. We're coming up to lap traffic for the 88 now. Rod Baroni, and he's going to have that
Here comes the
number
28.
5.
Now we've got, looks like someone's chiming in. Yes, it is little brother. So is the 28 the little brother? Is that what we're right? And the 28 is absolutely closing in. We're staying with the lead battle. Big traffic ahead of them out back, Andy. Bottled up. 2 car lengths. We're from 10 car lengths down to 2. We've got a big battle with 8 laps to go.
The truck's gone down to about 4 laps down now, but they're coming up to a battle between the 5. That is Destiny Joplin and Sean DePriest in the 11. I'm surprised Sean is not running with these guys.
Okay, let me jump
Sean's
in.
normally super fast.
Okay, little brother's in the 88. Big brother is on the outside. We're going to try and go 3 wide right here. He makes a move. The 88 3 wide absolutely could be a race-winning move and traps the 28 back behind the lap traffic.
Yeah, the Baroni brothers racing thread of the needle perfectly going into turn 1. Let's see if the 28 of Greg Baronian can be brave enough to make that move. Now he's going to the inside. We are 3 wide in the Central Valley mini stocks. Look at the 25 now, the distance he's pulled up on the back. So Stephen Brown is catching Greg Baronian.
Here's the problem, though, Andy. The 88, little brother, 88, little brother. He gained 10 car lengths by that 3 wide move. That's a race-winning move right there.
That was a
Big brother was
move.
knocking his back bumper off right before he caught that traffic. Excellent job. What a move.
I'm sure if he gets to win this race, then we're going to ask him about that move on about lap 20, I believe.
And it's lap 26 heading to 30 right now. That was a race-winning move. He's back out to 10 car lengths right now.
Back out about lap 20, 21. That was a race-winning move. But how about the guy in 3rd place, Stephen Brown now? Brown trying to keep pace with the other Baronian, the older Baronian, Greg Baronian.
Leader comes by start-finish, lap 27. Big brother trying to run him down, but it's 8 car lengths, and he's crawling in a little bit, but just gave up all of that valuable real estate when little brother took it 3 wide. The race isn't over yet, lap 28 going to 30, but if something doesn't fall off of little brother's 88 ride, I think that thing's going to victory lane.
It sure is. Ryan Doglione nearly hit the wall coming out of turn 4 in that 27 car. Let's see where we are on the...
White flag coming out right now, Andy. We're going to stay with the 88 and 28 battle.
Well, the 28's coming back at him, closing him down, Kenny. Greg Baronian has made a ton of gap up on Rob Baronian, so Greg has carved into it, but all a little too late, unfortunately.
Yep, all the way down the back straightaway. 88 car off turn 4 out back, Andy, coming from the big checkered flag at Madera Speedway.
Yeah, Rob Baronian across the line will take the win from Greg Baronian. Stephen Brown, Ryan Doglione will get home in 4th. They'll be followed by Gene Glover, Jeff Durant, Destiny Joplin, Sean DePriest, Mitch Pasquale, Ethan Griffian, Justin Griffian, Danny Myrick, and Johnny Williams. Wow, that was a great Central Valley mini stock race, dominated by the 2 Baronian brothers. And do you know, Kenny, they lapped up to 6 was still on the lead lap. Everybody else from 7th back was lapped by the Baronians.
I'm so impressed with how they improved from the first time they were here last year. You know, Dan Meyer called me up and said, hey, we're putting this little deal together. It's going to be a little mini stock tour, Central Valley mini stocks. We mostly run dirt and would like to come to Madera and try it out. They were smoking tires sideways everywhere. I mean, it was amazing how well they ran right there.
Yeah, and they put a good race on last time they came, too. It's twice in a row now. We've had some great racing from the
their third trip here. Third trip. Fourth trip will be part of the Olga's California Dream 100 at the end of the month on MAV TV. So Dan's group will probably have 20. The supercharged, fired up other version, I mean, these things are like little baby late models. They will, 55, 60 cars. I mean, it's off the charts right now what they're doing.
Remember the Murricks turned up for the Pumpkin Smash, and they podiumed in the Pumpkin Smash with that Ford Probe that they have.
Yep. Let's, well, they're getting ready down Victory Lane. Looks like Seth's got them pretty close. We're ready anytime Seth's ready. We're going to hand it over to Outback Andy Owl. Kennedy, we love local racing. Good job. Got some more questions in here. Holy cow, Davey. Go, Greg. That was eventful. Nice race. That was a good race. And we have mini stocks and Toyota sedans coming up and late models right after that. Right now, we're going to hand it over to Outback Andy that's going to interview. We're ready to go. Outback Andy's going to interview our race winner right now.
Wow, what a
little
great,
brother, Andy.
Little brother. Yeah, what a great battle down there. Rob Baronian, about lap 20 or 21, the winning move of the race is when you went into turn number 1 and you went 3 wide and split them in the middle. That was pretty close down there, but that was the winning move of the race. Great drive tonight, buddy.
Well, thank you very much. Yeah, I thought, man, if they stay split like that, I'm going to go ahead and head in between them. So I did.
Yep, that was down from 1 car length to about 10, right?
Yeah, then your other brother battled back towards the end. He was closing you down. Another couple laps, I think you'd have been in real trouble.
Yeah, I figured he was right on my butt, and I kind of slowed up a little bit. But I was hoping that I could keep him back there just one more time.
That was great to see all you mini stock guys battling through the lap traffic. Very entertaining race tonight. Congratulations. I'm sure you got some people you want to thank real quick.
Yes, I'd like to thank DJ, his wife, and our sponsors for allowing us to be able to do this. Also, thank my family and everybody out here and the fans. Wish we had more, but hey, we thank everybody for coming out and making this happen. Thank you.
Yeah, we've had fans interacting with us through that race too. On the internet, on YouTube. So we've been getting a lot of comments about you guys on the internet. Kenny Shepard has been interacting with the fans. So the fans were absolutely loving it. Like I say, unfortunately no fans in the stands, but the fans on the internet were really loving that racing.
Yes, and thank you. And I'd like to thank all of them for participating and being involved, even on the even online. That's great.
Well, tonight's big winner was the 88 of Rob Baronian.
All right, thank you very much.
Yeah, actually, those fans out back, Andy, interacting, let us know who Big Brother, Little Brother is. Those are they're gentlemen. I've been talking to them in the pits. They're really nice folks. Nice having them out here racing. Again, I'm just so impressed with the quality of the racing. I can't wait to see that big national event here at the end of the month. Very impressive.
Yeah, really looking forward to that. Okay. Well, we're going to head back down trackside with the guy that came in second place tonight, Greg Baronian. Greg just missed getting in that battle. I think I was talking to Rod about it. Round lap 20-21, he split the lap traffic down there. It was a 3-wide move. He went through the center. Unfortunately, you just weren't quite close enough to take advantage of that. But the later in the race, those last few laps, you were closing him down. Another lap or two, I think Rob would have been in real trouble. You might have got around him.
Yeah, I might have caught him. I don't know if I'd have got around him. He was handling pretty good. It was everything I had. Yeah, well, when he split those 2 cars, I thought about it for a second, and I thought, no, I'm just gonna wait. So that was fun.
Yeah, it seemed like a fun race out there. Like I say, all you guys did a great job getting through lap traffic. It was all really good. So congratulations tonight on your second place. I guess you get some people you want to thank real quick.
Yeah, I want to thank House of Juju, Papa's Place, Rocket Motorsports, ASP Tuning. Without them, none of this would be possible.
Look forward to seeing you back at Madera real soon.
Okay, thank you.
Absolute gentlemen. Very impressive.
They are. They're all great guys. I was around in the pits talking to them before the start of the race, and that was Greg Baronian.
Yeah, see the camaraderie. They get along so well. It's what a fun group. Both trips last year, very enjoyable to have them here at the Madera Speedway.
Well, we'll go back down to Victory Lane and third place tonight. Stephen Brown, hey, great job out there tonight in that 25. You battled hard there for a while with the Bronians, but they seem to skip away, but very solid third tonight for the 25 car.
Yeah, it at the beginning, it started doing really good. You know, I was right behind them, and then about midway to 3/4, I started getting that brake fade, and I didn't really want to push it harder anymore. I figured if I could just stay kind of closer to the pace, I would hopefully walk away with third.
Well, mission accomplished. You got that third place. I'm sure you got some people you want to thank real quick. I'm sure you got some people down there you want to thank real quick.
Oh yeah, I'd like to thank my wife for sure. You know, she's been my biggest sponsor and my whole coach today, and then definitely my dad's been my right hand these last, this week and a half. We kind of made the last decision of making it out here, and I just can't thank them too enough, and especially my boys out there, trying to help me work on the cars, but they seem to hide the tools instead of working on the cars, but it's all good. Gotta get them started somehow.
Exactly. Hey, great job tonight, buddy.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Well, Kenny, what a great job by all of our Central Valley mini stock guys and girls tonight.
Yeah, like I said, I can't wait to have them back. The end of the month, it's going to be a huge event. Biggest thing in the country, what we're trying with mini stocks, and I think it's going to be a pretty impressive situation. Should have between 50 to 60 of the more modified version, 20 to 25 here. So you're talking about, between 75 and 90 possibly four-cylinder cars. So you talk about four-banger nationals. We've got to interact a little bit more while they're pulling up the next race here. We've got Racing Vernon chimed in, checking in, saying what's up, checking in. What's up, Racing? How's the family doing? How's Grandpa doing? It was great seeing you guys last week. Sorry you broke your rear end in the TV race. Ronnie Davis is the man. We've got Al Kennedy, number 5. The track, I believe, is Willow Springs, last year's champion. She did good. Did very well. Congratulations to 88. Always nice to have Al with us. Steve Schermerhorn, great race. Charlotte, good race. We miss you, Charlotte. Normally see you out here not too far from where I'm sitting. Yep. Beautiful sunset. Again, look at that. Out off of turn 4. Just amazing sunsets here. The way the racetrack lines up with that end just pointing right off the west is gorgeous.
Some of the pictures you've taken for the fans at times of the sunsets here in Madera. Yeah. We get some stunning sunsets here in Madera.
Yep, Al Kennedy, that's a good example of what happened in his run. Brakes fade.
Talking about Charlotte Lander, Charlotte's been sitting at that same spot since way before when I was here in 2006.
Yeah, even every race that I know of, she's always here. So that's the strange thing. I mean, there's certain places, I've been here now 15 years, going on 15 years, and I have a route that I make through the grandstands, and there's a 85-year-old lady that I go and see every week, give her a hug. There's another person at one spot of the stands. I go shake his hand, another, make the route through. And I miss those fans so much. They become just like family. A little update here. Let's Kyle Tellstrom on the pole for the Idaho 200. Doss starting 11th. If you would, please give us an update as that rolls along. I've actually been scanning some crate engines from my cell phone, helping them out, including Doss's. So we've got some pretty cool technology. Shelly Smith left taking pictures sunset.
Angela Ponte says, love those sunsets. That's another group of people that sit down there in the turn 4 fans down there. Angela Ponte and her crew down there. Yeah, we really miss
that crew, and miss selling the Twisted Tea and all the things that build purses for our race car drivers. We miss them bad. So how about Andy, why don't you give us the lineup of this one? We've got the Toyota sedans and MSTs combined.
Yeah, we do. We don't have an exact lineup till they get lined up, but we'll go with the cars as they are on the racetrack right now. The number 40 is a former track champion here at Madera Speedway, and the 40S out of Corrales. That is Dirt Bert Stevens. You see all those winning decals on the outside. The first of the Reynolds brothers, that's the number 10 is Sean Reynolds. We go to position number 3. It's the 33. It's the Rocket, Ryan Reynolds. Then we look at the final MSTs out there. The number 11, Dennis Brannon on the outside of row number 2 in the 11 car, and the 2 of Haley Bugg, the rookie this year in the MSTs. We go to Toyota Sedans. It's the 33A of Andrew Parr, and the 301 of Tommy Reckless, which is Thomas Magray. And Haley Bugg.
And Haley Bugg did not go.
Yep.
I mean, that was almost a massive crash. Dennis Brannon.
Dennis Brannon, not sure what happened down there, but wow.
Yeah,
track
that was
is still green. Yellow's come on now.
That was chaotic, to say the least. And
I think Dennis might have broken something down there because
he's rolling.
He's rolling now.
Yeah, he was a little bit loose, I think, before there was a little bit of contact. But I'll tell you what, with Haley Bugg missing that shift, that was almost a train wreck. That was very close to a big wreck. Some quick reactions right behind.
Yeah, from those Toyota Sedans, they did a good job of missing that. So we'll get a restart here in our MSTs. MSTs stand for Modified Super Toyota. These are a 4-cylinder modified. So we call them about what do you call them, Kenny? About 8/10 of a modified. And they run a 4-cylinder Toyota motor in these.
And leading in the points right now, Outback Indy is Dirt Bert Stevens, 204.
Former track champion.
Yeah, and right behind him was Kyle Labrie, which...
Well, Kyle's not here tonight.
Yeah, that's why I just peeked. I didn't see anything. Right behind him in the points.
Yep.
Right behind Kyle was Patrick Geiger, but Patrick was involved in a little extra activity on the back straightaway, and I didn't see him start the main, so my guess is he was parked for the main.
I think he was parked for the 9.
Yeah, so right as we came online, Patrick went offline. Down in turn 3, it's a little dark by the MAV TV sign. I think that turn 3 light poles dropped a couple of lights from what I see right there. Heading to the start box, Bert Stevens in that 40 car drives it into the box. Let's see, pulls the trigger first. Nice start, Outback Andy.
Yep, that was a good start. And these guys that are up, these first 3 are multi-time winners here at Madera Speedway. Bert Stevens with the championship, the 10. Sean Reynolds does not have a championship, but the 33, Ryan Reynolds, does have a championship here at Madera. And it is will to will in the MSTs with Bert Stevens. Now, Bert started the year really good, Kenny, and fell away for a little bit, but it's coming back again.
Look at the battle. He's running really well, but he's got Reynolds just a handful, and Reynolds is up into that Coventry sticky stuff on the high side. This high side's really coming in. Look at Reynolds fighting on the top, off of turn 2.
Yeah, bringing his brother with him, too. Ryan Reynolds is right behind him, so Bert Stevens has to fend off both the Reynolds cars tonight. And meanwhile, Sean's trying to find a way past Bert Stevens, and he's trying to hold out his brother. So right now, Sean Reynolds has his hands full with the racetrack.
Well, and you'd never know that Bert Stevens' best friend right now is probably Ryan Reynolds to put some pressure on the 10 car to take that away. So he's got to play a little bit of defense. Actually, the 10 car, second time I've seen him loose on entry. So the 33 may be the biggest threat if he gets past the 10 car of that Reynolds to Reynolds battle to win the race.
Sean in the 10 car, you see he's got those winner decals on the side. Not as many as his brother, though, but I tell you what, I'm not sure what Bert Stevens has done. Dirt Bert Stevens, he has really made this car come alive the last couple of weeks, Kenny.
Yep.
They've been really working hard. I know Bert doesn't like to lose, and you'll hear him in Victory Lane. If he doesn't think things are right with the car or things are going on right for him, he'll tell you that he needs to go home. He'll won't hide his disappointment at all. But the Reynolds brothers, they're fighting it out between themselves, and that's kind of helping Bert. And then
that's what I was saying, but here's what I think. I think the 33 car is faster than the
Yep.
10.
I
If
know,
he
I
can
think
clear his
so.
brother, and this just shows you they are so competitive. We'll crank it up. I got this audio up a little bit on that camera so you can hear him go by. I love that speed shot. But I believe if the 33 clears the 10, it could be trouble for Bert Stevens, and we're coming to lap 9 of 30. It's the night of 30 lappers.
Yes, it is the night of 30-lap races, and Ryan Reynolds may have cleared his brother. Sean drives back to the outside. Well, Ryan got past and drove away by about a car length. Let's see if Sean can close him back down.
Coming back,
Sean
crossover
does.
move,
Sean
big
came
crossover.
back at him on
Dean
the
Gray's got us
inside.
all over it hard. I echoed a little bit. Sorry about that, Andy. Jumped on you, but boy, that'll get you excited.
That was exciting. There's switching back. You know, Sean was on the outside, switched back to the inside. Wow, great racing from our MSTs. Meanwhile, Dirt Bert Stevens pulls away by about 4 car lengths.
Said goodbye.
Yep.
Josh, our flagman, keeping an eye on the pack tonight.
We haven't talked much about the other cars out there, but I will do. Dennis Brannon is running in 4th, Haley Bug in 5th. Now, in the Toyota Sedans, Andrew Parr in the 33A car has about a 8-car break on Thomas Magray, and Thomas is about to get lapped here by the 40 of Dirt Bert Stevens.
And what I did while Andy was giving that rundown, I stayed with the speed shot. The leaders right now off of start-finish line, come by the start-finish line, down into turn 1. And don't look now, but Dirt Bert Stevens is going to get a mirror full of the number 10 car of Reynolds.
Yeah, Reynolds got a better run into 3, although as they straighten up, probably half the lead that Bert had. Ryan Reynolds has dropped off the back of his brother. That 33 car is normally a missile on the racetrack, and you got to wonder if he got any damage from that incident with Patrick Geiger earlier today.
Let's watch something right there. We just saw Reynolds. He opens a corner up better than anyone in this division in that 10 car. Watch this. He'll use every inch of real estate, and then watch the angle he gets as that car rotates. Watch how much speed he has right here. Now let's watch him down the front straightaway. He'll use all the way to the wall. Look at that.
Yes, he does.
Beautiful
Lets that
entry
car
right
just
there.
float up out of the turn.
Yeah, now look at the speed that it has on exit. Now Bert's going to take a little defense, which will pull him away from the wall. So watch again on this camera angle, the speed shot. Well, it's hard to say with the lap car right there. You can't use it all. They're going to stay down. Let's go back
Sean
to this
Reynolds
camera angle.
has found something here in that car in the last few laps.
That 10 car is flying right now. Now watch again. We're going to watch the exit. He's using all of the racetrack. I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't. Oh, Bert up the racetrack. Watch this. Crossover move coming. Do we have enough room? Absolutely. What a beautiful pass.
That was a beautiful pass. That is pretty textbook how to get past.
Well,
And
Bert
the
tried to
winning
block.
move.
Oh, sideways, almost
Oh,
around.
Ryan
Hang
Reynolds.
on, Snoopy. That thing's way sideways. Pack them up. We've got a 3-car battle with coming to lap 20, 10 to go. Wow. What? So that tells you, if you can get up there now and put some pressure on the leader. He's got a loose race car. I've seen him loose multiple times on entry. About hits the wall right there. I was on the wrong camera angle. You talk about using all the racetrack. There's white walls on that thing right now.
Bert's starting to get
Bert
loose
goes
as
around.
well. Bert over
goes
the rumble
around.
strips.
No.
Bert takes himself out of second place and let Ryan Reynolds pass. Bert made that mistake down there in turns
Now,
1
Sean,
and 2.
now that also affords the leader the luxury of just backing it down, taking a little edge off. Now the car should look perfect for the remainder of the race. Wow, very racy. Very good job.
I think the tires are getting really squelchy on these MSTs because we saw that big slide out of turn number 4 a few laps ago from Sean Reynolds.
Boy, Bert led so much of this race and just absolutely falling back right now. So I think they worked him over, and it's Brothers Reynolds out there with, setting the pace right now, coming lap 23 of 30,
Yeah,
Andy.
7 to go at the line this time for Sean Reynolds. Of course, a few years ago, Sean had that big accident in turn number 1 where he ended up breaking a leg.
Yeah, broken leg.
Horrific
That was
accident.
terrible.
Throttle stuck going into the turn.
Let's see how much racetrack he uses right now. Yeah, he left a foot or so. He's not pressing anyone.
Kind of lonely race for our other drivers out there. Dennis Brannon, Haley Bug, Thomas Magray, and Andrew Parr. Those guys have been sort of running around in their own this whole race. They really haven't been racing with anyone.
Let me give you a
just
speed
logging
shot
laps.
right now. So we're on the start-finish line cam pointing that way. Let's get you a lineup. Here comes Haley by, and you're on that speed shot, Andy.
Yep, here we go. Haley Bug now, and here comes Sean Reynolds, the inside of that 301 Toyota. Wow, see the closing speed from the MST to the Toyota sedan.
Yep, so as we come back around, Reynolds off of turn 4. Here comes Bug past lap 27. We'll jump back on our leader here. Flying in. Josh giving the move over flag. Back to our leader now.
Haley Bug is still on the lead lap at the moment, so Haley Bug trying to stay on the lead lap with only, I believe, 2 laps remaining.
2 laps to go. She's doing a good job.
Yep, and Josh down there pointing to the 10 car. That there
we
is
see
a
Josh
car.
grabbing.
Yep.
Josh is grabbing that white flag. He'll use that white flag on Reynolds right now. Haley Bug's trying to stay on the lead lap, doing a good job. Here comes Reynolds. White flag's out.
Reynolds can probably back it down here. Haley Bug is obviously aware that that 10 car is coming, so Haley just needs to stay on the lead lap here. We're going to get a winner, and it's going to be Sean Reynolds tonight, Kenny Shepard.
Sean Reynolds does an excellent job. That was entertaining as well. We've had some really good racing. Reynolds ran really hard on the top. Even with the lower horsepower cars, we see the top side of the racetrack coming in. Very impressive. Why don't you give us a run down there, Andy?
Yep, we'll go with the rundown for positions in this race. It was Sean Reynolds taking the win from his brother Ryan Reynolds. Bert Stevens was third. Dennis Brannon fourth. Then you go back to Haley Bug in fifth. On the lead lap, Haley Bug. Good job for our rookie driver, Andrew Parr and Thomas Magray. So that's how they finished. Dennis Brannon going over there to talk to our officials about the incident on turn 1, but don't think it'll do any good. Sean Reynolds picks up a win in the 10 car. Now these are the ex-Herzog cars. Tyler Herzog drove one of them. His father drove the other one. And then the Reynolds brothers bought these cars as Sean Reynolds stands on top of the door. Very, very happy with the win.
Yeah, I've been very impressed with the Reynolds brothers. They're pretty close with Jason Aguirre.
Yep.
Jason Aguirre had hernia surgery. He's out. He was tapping on the door of a victory in the TV show. I'm surprised those boys haven't tried to get a lap or two in that fast Jason Aguirre ride, right?
You put those boys in that car. They do a good job, too. Maybe I'm surprised they didn't come out for a club race in it.
Yeah, let's see what we've got here. Looks like Seth's going to bring them up to start-finish line for Andy to interview them. Charlotte Ender, good racing. Ryan Bowman, nice race, guys. Seth should have him. He's got us just about set up. Seth's going to make sure that he has that microphone up nice and loud for us. I remember this class when it first started. Boy, Sterling, it was a big deal when it first started. Unfortunately for the Toyota sedans and MSTs, we're running out of 1978 parts for Toyotas.
Yes.
So they do a good job keeping these things going
these days.
Yep, Steve Schermerhorn still with us. Okay, let's get our first, second, and third place drivers rotated into the we're going to do some real quick interviews. We got the late models getting ready to roll back there, and we're a couple of minutes behind schedule, so we're going to try and hustle up here.
We'll get down here very soon to our race winner. While down in Victory Lane in the 10 car. Doesn't have as many main event wins as his brother, but tonight, Sean Reynolds, what a great drive by you. Had to battle it out with Bert. Bert was super fast in the early going, and then your brother as well. He was super fast, but good to get another win in the 10 car.
Competitive. Bert put on one heck of a show and was hard to beat. I was trying to get him on the high side and worked out, and finally got it. And I got in a little battle with my brother, which was quite fun, and we ended up sorting it out and got able to go back after Bert and get around him.
Yeah, the trick was to try and single file out so you could try and run down Bert.
That's exactly what I did when Ryan got inside of me. I slowed up a little bit to let him get in front of me so we try not to lose too much ground on Bert.
Good job tonight to get that 10 car to Victory Lane.
Thanks.
Your race winner tonight, the 10 of Sean Reynolds. We'll head back down to Victory Lane down there. And second place tonight goes to the Rocket Ryan Reynolds tonight. Well, that was a pretty eventful race. You had a battle with Bert for a while, and then, of course, your brother as well. Then you guys sort of, as your brother said, sorted it out, hooked up single file, and ran Bert down.
Yeah, it was definitely a good race between us. It was a good race between everybody. I've been battling overheating all weekend long, and, congrats to Sean, though, of course, but, I've been battling issues. We got it to where it could run in the main event. So I'm really happy with the second place. I thought for sure we might have to do a start and park with how it was overheating and stuff, but it was definitely a good race for Sean and I, and I'm glad we got 1-2. And once we got single file, we were able to run Bert down. We were kind of spinning our tires when we were side by side with each other, kind of wasting time, but I'm glad we sorted it out, and it was a good race.
Good job, buddy. Again, good to see you have another good run tonight.
Great, thank you.
Do we have any comments?
Yeah, we do have some comments. Dropped our cell side of this again, so I'm kind of tinkering over here, just running on our point-to-point, so I'm a little concerned with that. May have to refire this. I hope I don't. Ryan Bowman, nice view of the yellow flag. Yeah, sorry about that. Our bonded cell side dropped at the same side, so I'm working on some technical sides. I'm down. There's 4 points that we pushed the signal out, and I'm down to 1 right now, so sorry about that. I switched it back over. Tyler White, can I run a Subaru in the mini stock? The front end's disconnected. You'll have to ask Myrick for that. So down trackside right now. We're heading back down to Bert.
I just finished
Hey,
third
Bert,
place.
we got you down there, buddy. Sorry about that. We had a technical problem going up here. Hey, led a lot of laps early tonight in that 40 car. Start of the year, super fast, picking up a win. Wow. Led a lot of laps, and then the Reynolds got by you, and that one mistake down there costing you probably second place tonight, where you got over the rumble strips in 1 and 2.
Yes, it cost me second place at least, but it's hard for an old fat guy out here, man, with young guys, but that's what it is, I guess.
Well, we were talking about during the race, we told the fans that when you climb out of the car, you'll pretty well tell us how it is, good, bad, or ugly.
Well, that's the way it should be. I want to say happy birthday to my father-in-law, Louis Vital. I want to thank my wife for letting me do this. I want to thank all my fans, my kids, my family watching in Florida, my family watching in Pennsylvania, everybody out here in California. Thank you very much.
Great job tonight. Solid third place.
Thank you.
That was Bert Stevens. So it was Bert third, Ryan Reynolds second, and the win tonight to Sean Reynolds. Back to Kenny.
Yep, Bert will always let you know how it is, but it's kind of funny there. Bert's had some family members, like he's talking about. They've had some different situations, a little bit of a hard time right now, but it's always fun to see Bert out here and very matter of fact.
Exactly. Well, we're going to go back down trackside, and winning the Toyota Sedan portion of this tonight, picking up some good points, Andrew Parr. Looked like a pretty lonely race out there tonight for you. Really not much going on, just logging those 30 laps tonight.
Yeah, you know what? The car was on rails tonight, man. We really got a good setup. Like to thank God for letting me do this. I'd like to thank my wife for putting up with my constant hours in the shop. Also, my dad, who's my crew chief, and then my 3 kids that are also spend a lot of time in the shop. My sponsors are Complete Car Care out of Fresno and Pearl Sheet Metal out of Madera. And if it wasn't for everybody on my team, this really wouldn't be possible.
Hey, great job tonight, buddy.
Thank you.
We'll get ready to bring over second place in our Toyota Sedans.
Thomas McGray. What's his nickname again? Tommy
Tommy
Reckless, and he calls himself that.
Well, down in Victory Lane, second place in the Toyota tonight. We call him Tommy Reckless. Now, if we say this, you put that on your bio, Tommy, not us. So you can blame yourself for that one. Yeah, kind of like with what we're saying with Andrew Parr tonight. Pretty lonely race out there, pretty much logging the 30 laps tonight in the main event.
Yeah, but, one car or 100 cars, racing's fun. But
yeah, it was good to see you log some good laps tonight.
Yeah, Andrew's, basically, I think he's a rookie, but he's extremely fast.
Well, we'll see you back at the next one for sure. I think you got some people you want to thank real quick.
Yeah, Bert Stevens for helping me with the engine and various other parts of the car and adjustments, and Tower District Records, and iWorks 2010.
Great job, buddy.
Thanks.
Well, Thomas McGray, second. Andrew Parr wins that Toyota sedan because they're separate points in the championship chase. Kenny Shepard?
Yeah, and what's coming up right now is the late model.
Yep,
race.
40 laps of late model
Club racing. Always interesting here at the Madera Speedway. We have so much fun. Sometimes you have really big events. A lot of TV guys are tuning up before an event. We've had 37 different drivers compete so far, different drivers in this club series, so you see a lot of drivers come and go. Lily Mead is the point leader right now.
Yep.
And Lily is, let's see, let's switch another camera here, do about 6 things. Turn some audio off there. Lily Mead, point leader, but not by much. Coming into tonight, she was 152 over Trevor Slunt at 148, and then Joey Brazil is in third, John Slunt fourth, Dale McIntosh is fifth. So smaller field tonight, which is to be expected. We had a really big event next week. We've got a big TV show, last week, really big event, Race to Be Drug-Free, Big 3, and next week is a major TV event as well. So this is really the core of the club racers right here, and most of the racing for points.
Yeah, the TV guys just don't want to do it 3 weeks in a row. And plus, also, if you come out in a club event and you have a problem, you only have that short kind of 6-day turnaround to get ready for.
Right.
Really, you only have like 5 days because you'll be back here Friday night practicing again. We'll bring out our late models onto the racetrack.
I'm going to head down and check on a camera battery for Dean real quick. So
Okay.
I'll leave it to you while Kyle Keller's on the pole, it looks
Yes,
like, and
Kyle
looking
Keller.
really good here. We'll leave it on that front straightaway angle while I'm working on a camera real quick, and I'll turn it back over to Andy here.
Kenny Shepard will be back with us. Hey, good job down there to Dean tonight. Like I said, Dean Gray's been doing some camera work tonight with one cameraman, and it's Dean Gray. First time Dean's been behind the camera since the old OT days at Altamont. That would be like 2005 would be the last time OT was there. We'll take a look at the lineup for tonight. It is the number 12. It's the wild child, Kyle Keller. And the number 44, it's only time before this guy breaks through for a win in our late models. He's a former dirt sport mod racer from Watsonville, sponsored by Bay City Autos. The number 44, Mike Shapiro. A good run going tonight, too, in the 75 car. One of our veterans and favorite drivers here at Madera. He's from the town of Madera. That is Papa Lauren Kuntz. The driver in the 89 entry, supported by Fantasy Decals and BC Pizza. They watch us on MAV TV down there at BC Pizza on Monday nights when we're on MAV TV. That is Sheldon Cooper. The driver in the 26, a veteran here at Madera Speedway. In the Mead performance, number 16, that is Lily Mead. The driver in the All-Star Towing, the number 15 is Haley Lyles. The Dennis Auto Repair, number 28 is Trevor Schlant. And the 23,
Yep.
to have him back on the racetrack. This guy had some problems earlier today, Kenny Shepard, the 23.
Yeah,
entry.
Joey Brazil,
Yep.
and he is third in the points. If you guys saw a little flash right there, we had to change a battery on a monitor.
We're missing one car from earlier. It's on the infield. That's John Schlunt, who's moved up from our hobby stocks. John's sitting there on the infield with the car all jacked up.
Yeah, and I think they're looking at something. He's fourth in the points. So, again, the group you have here right now, this is the core of the points battlers. Pretty much everyone on the track is battling in the championship other than Sheldon Cooper. And what this group will have to endure, at times we open the season with 26. We've had 37 different drivers. A lot of the TV drivers come in and tune up against this group. We are going green right now out back, Andy. One to go. His lights are out. Slent is moving.
Yeah, he's trying to get back out. So John Slunt.
Going green this time, though, Andy. We've got Keller going into the box. We'll be in turn 1 right here.
Well, John didn't make it out, but he'll join the pack when they get to the back straight, and John will be hoping for a restart. Kyle Keller skips away to about a 3-car length lead down the back.
Kind of dusted the wall just a little bit. He touched the wall in the back straightaway. Let's see how much he uses here. That camera's gone. We'll have to jump to this camera. Looks like somebody absolutely watered down the turn 4 camera. It's got, we'll have to clean it afterwards. So Sheldon Cooper's right here. I'll show you. I'll just go back to it and show you what our cameras look like sometimes. Right there. Water all over it. Darn it. I like that camera angle too. So we'll go back to the other 2.
Kyle Keller skips away to the race leader, but the battle for second place is on Kenny Shepard, and that is between Sheldon Cooper and Mike Shapiro, and Papa Lauren Kuntz is right there as well.
Lauren Kuntz joining the battle right now in a major way. Third place takes it over. He was one of the quickest cars in practice last night. Lauren Kuntz found a lot of speed. He's going to roll up on Sheldon Cooper's back bumper right now.
Our current points leader really struggling tonight. That is Lily Mead. Lily's really struggling with the 16 car. Not a happy car tonight. Sheldon Cooper's broken away now, moved up to second.
Yep, the battle we're on right now is the 23 of Brazil and Mead. That's a points battle. Right now, that's your point leader in your 4th place car. Lily Mead falling back, seems to be off just a little bit.
Yeah, the 16 car is horribly off tonight, unfortunately. But Sheldon Cooper moved up to second. Then Papa Lauren Kuntz and Mike Shapiro, Kenny Shepard, who in the 44 car we saw him go by on the speed shot, he has fallen way back after starting on the front row.
Yeah, he's falling way back. Dean Gray's going to go back to the leader for us right now on the start-finish line. We've got the 12 car of Kyle Keller leading, Sheldon Cooper second, and Lauren Papa Kuntz running down Cooper for third. I am so impressed with Lauren. He is flying right now.
I talked to Lauren in the pits earlier today, and he's really happy with the way that 75 car, the progress is coming along on that 75 car.
Yeah, we'll get Dean to slide back to second place actually down here coming off of turn 4. And we're getting ready to have a heck of a battle. Sheldon's up on the wheel, but a little bit loose on exit, and Lauren's car's driving really well off exit.
Yeah, Sheldon loose on exit, but he was very fast out of turn 4. Getting out of the turns pretty good. It's just getting into the turns. Lauren is a lot faster into the turns than Sheldon is. Sheldon loose, but sliding that car. It seems to be getting enough traction to get out of the turns and beat that 75 out of the turns.
Yeah, now we've got a little bit of room, so we're going to slide back to the 2 orange cars, 2 positions back. Dale McIntosh battling Trevor Slent, also in the point battle right here, start-finish line now.
Yeah, that's Dale McIntosh trying to hold out Trevor Slent. Not sure what happened with Trevor. Obviously struck trouble, did not qualify the car, had to go to the back tonight, start from the back because he did not qualify that 28 car and that Dennis Auto Repair number
Heck
28.
of a battle. He's kind of McIntosh plugging the track up. Slent is all over him with Brazil all over his back bumper, so it's going to get really busy right now for that position, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th position. And we've got a battle for second, a battle for 5th, 6th, 7th. They're battling all over the place right now, Andy.
They sure are. That battle for second between Sheldon Cooper and Papa Lauren Kuntz. You'll see it right there on the shot from Dean Gray. Then that battle you have with the stuntman Dale McIntosh, Trevor Slunt, Young Brazil, and Lily Mead. That's a 4-car battle.
Yep, big battle there. We're gonna stay with that battle. I think we've lost our second camera there, so we've got a battery issue there. We're missing our runners right now, but we're going to stay right now on that battle.
Look at the battle for second now. You'll probably get this maybe.
Okay, Dean, let's go ahead and
Gray.
jump up to second place, start finish now. It's going to be a quick move in turn 1. Going underneath him right now. Here goes the battle.
Yeah, Papa Lauren Kuntz, Sheldon's up the racetrack. Lauren got some killer drive out of turn number 2 that time. Moves up to second. Wow, Lauren Kuntz, this is a strong drive tonight from Papa Kuntz.
Really impressive. I'm telling you, they found some speed last night. Kyle Keller's on a cruise, lap 17 going to 40, but there's enough time if something takes place. Kuntz could run down the leader right now. I mean, he's that fast. He's driving away from Cooper right now.
Yeah, he's driven away by about half a second on Lauren Kuntz on Sheldon Cooper. Lauren's 3 seconds behind, so we'll see if he closes down Kyle at all.
What kind of lap times is Kyle Keller running right now?
Right now, last lap was a 15.482. A 15.364 was the best time he did, and that was on lap number 13.
And right now we're on the battle again. We're back to Slent with Brazil trying him on the bottom. So we're gonna go back here. Battle for 6th place, big points runners right now. Slent trying to hold off Brazil when he was putting the forward assault before. Now he's playing defense.
Yeah, Trevor Slent obviously got problems at 28, just driving around tonight to try and hold the points in this points battle. Lily Mead, the points leader, is behind him. Lily need to really take advantage of that wounded 28 tonight.
Yep, we're down to one camera. Dean's going to stay nice and smooth. We've got a camera, got water all over it on the flag stand wiped out. The other one's got a dead battery. So Dean's going to stay right here with all smooth actions, and we will keep you abreast of the lead change right now. So we just found out it's Howard Holden in the 23.
It's Howard Holden in the 23. Okay.
Howard Holden's in the 23, and no wonder he's up on the wheel right now.
Yes, he is up on the wheel. But I tell you what, who is up on the wheel, Kenny Shepard, is Papa Lauren Kuntz. Lauren Kuntz has pulled half a second off of Kyle Keller's lead.
Okay, what we're going to do, we're going to pull next lap. We're going to, right there, Dean's going to stay. We're going to Lauren Papa Kuntz. The leader, Kyle Keller, off of 4 right there. Second place car, 75, is closing in on the leader. Dean can stay on the leader for us. Nice wide shot. You'll kind of see them both. Dean's going to try and frame them both a little bit. Hard to do, but 25 coming to lap 26. We've still got 15 laps to go out back, Andy.
We do, and Kyle Keller was out to a 3-second lead. As they go past the line this time, it's down to 1.791.
And you can physically see it. You can see the shrinking right now. There's on the left side of your screen, poor Dean. We just threw him in here. Yep, there right now is your leader, Kyle Keller. So smooth. They found something. They're here to do a little test and tune, and boy, they hit magic. Lauren Papa Kuntz hit magic. And these local shows, these club races are so important many times because you find those little sweet spots. You find the setups. Down the back straightaway right now, we've got Holden underneath. He's completely underneath. Yep, Slent. He's past Slent right now. So Slent's off a little bit. Falling back, Slent, and now there's a points battle. So we're going to try and get Dean to jump back to the 28 car off of turn 4. Just stay right there for us, Dean. Just freeze right there in turn 1. The orange cars are coming off start-finish line right now. Grab the orange 28 for us. Right there, Lily Mead is running down the 28, and that's the battle for the championship fans coming to lap 30.
Yeah, Trevor Slent has Howard Holden, and Howard Holden goes around.
Holden goes around. Nice camera work, Dean. Right down there in turn 4. Just stay right there, Dean. Poor Dean, we're down to one camera here.
Yellow's come out as Lauren Kuntz had halved the gap. It was 3 seconds. At the yellow, it was 1.455. They will square up side by side when we go back green flag racing. This is going to be really entertaining racing. Lauren Kuntz has found something in the 75 car. Now, where will Kyle Keller start? He gets to pick the inside or the outside for this restart. Kenny Shepard, what would you do if you were Kyle Keller? You have Lauren Kuntz, who has halved your race lead. You know he's a tenth to 2/10 faster than you each lap. What would you do on this restart? Would you put Lauren to the inside, or would you put him to the outside?
I would, if I was Kyle Keller, I would take the outside. Thank you, Josh. That's good enough. We'll fix it up after that. Josh was helping us. That's why we're on that blurry camera angle for you guys. Just trying to get a second camera to kind of get off Dean's back there. Here's what I would do. If I was Kyle Keller, I'd take the outside. Being young, he's probably going to take the inside, is my guess. Now, here's why. If you paid attention to the last two MAV TV shows, Jeremy Doss was really complaining about getting jumped. But he got whipped by Matt Erickson on the outside on a start. And then Trevor Huddleston beat him on the outside. Then Huddleston made the mistake of going to the bottom. Doss wins the race, the $5,000 and the race to be drug-free big 3. So every driver that's taken the bottom has been beat in the last month. And guess what Keller just did? Took the bottom.
The inside, yeah.
And I'm telling you, there's so much grip in that start box. Now, if Keller is smart and his spotter is smart, you know what they're telling him? Pick up the pace. Now, our officials don't want to hear this, or you're going to scream at me for saying this, but right now, Keller's got to lean on the pace. The reason you don't get as much grip in that bottom in the start box, but if you get a little extra speed and fudge there, it might be something you can deal with.
When we get down
we're back right there.
When we get down towards that box, they're looking for about the nose cone ahead. The leader
Well,
needs
watch
to be
right
ahead by
now. Let
about
me
the
go
nose
here.
cone.
We're 1 to go. So what we want them to do, Lauren Papakuntz is going to lock in that nose on the right front. He's doing it beautiful, doing a great job right here. And he doesn't want to crawl up too much. They'll get on him. The 12 car will get in the box and pull the trigger first. But if Lauren gets a decent jump here, he can win this race right now. There's 10 to go. It can be 1 on the high side right now. But he did not get it. Oh, horrible start. He's going to now have to deal with Sheldon Cooper. Instead of moving forward, he went to third.
Oh, got loose.
Yeah, he got loose on the front bumper of Dale McIntosh. So watch this speed shot. I know it's a little bit dirty, but we're going to go to it. Look at the gap between Sheldon Cooper and back. Restarts are everything in the art of a restart.
Driver we were talking about in the points, Kenny, way out of this. Lily Mead. Lily has driven into the top 5 with that restart. She has got by Trevor Slunt and Shapiro. So Lily Mead trying to protect her points lead here.
Yep, definitely. The battle right now is for 5th place between Dale McIntosh and Lily Mead. That's a point battle. Lily fighting back there 9th and 10th. She's now driven up trying to move into 4th. Excellent job.
Yep, great job from Lily Mead. Good recovery in that B performance car. Now Papa Lauren Kuntz lost all the advantage he had. Sheldon Cooper got a kind of a gift on that restart from Lauren Kuntz. But Sheldon, he's about 2 car lengths off the back of the wild child, Kyle Keller. 7 laps remaining at Madera Speedway.
Contact right there.
Yep.
Lily Mead's really pressing. It's basically a tie for the championship the way Mead and Schlunt are running. Mead can't make a mistake, but she could really use those points to get past that car.
Yes, she can. Needs to try and get past Dell McIntosh. Dell fighting for his survival here. Lily trying to drive into 4th. Lily, of course, comes by the way of our junior late models, and she was one of the original junior late model drivers, too, that started with us when we started the junior late models.
Dale moves up in the center of the corner. Meads rotates real good, but Dale gets a better exit, a little bit better forward bite. Right now, Keller's got about 3 car lengths over Cooper. Papa Kuntz, Dale McIntosh, Lily Mead, Trevor Schlemp, Mike Shapiro, and then Howard Holden chasing them down right there. But the big battle still is Mead in that point battle. They've kind of strung out here. Here comes the leader pass right now with 2 to go.
Yep,
Kyle
2
Keller's
laps
working on a
remaining.
big win right here.
Less than a mile. Kyle Keller might get a win. That would be his first win in Madera late
Dean's
models,
going
I
to jump
believe.
over to our leader right now, coming to the white flag. We're going to stay with the leader the rest of the way. Here we go.
Yep. Kyle Keller leads. Sheldon Cooper, good run from Sheldon tonight, a solid run. Papa Kuntz in 3rd, and then you have a battle back further. We'll see that when they get to the line. Kyle Keller will straighten up out of Hampton Inn and Sweets turn and will take the win from Sheldon Cooper. Papa Lauren Kuntz, Dell McIntosh, good solid run for Dell. Back to Lily Mead in the top 5. Trevor Schlunt, Mike Shapiro, Howard Holden, Haley Lyles, and John Schlunt. Everybody finished the race in our late model, so congratulations to Kyle Keller. Hang around online because we still have a Southwest Tour Truck main event to go tonight here at Madera Speedway.
Second main event. We had a lot of people asking on how people were doing. We're trying to get an update for you. It looks like they were working very hard, and good thing they had a lot of time. Kyle Keller, so impressive. You know, he's come out and run a couple of junior races. They're here to tune up for the junior races. Tried a different setup. Sheldon Cooper's here dialing a car in. Austin Herzog was here last night dialing. So you'll see a lot of this. And Lauren Papakuntz, I can't wait to talk to him. They really found some speed, and then Keller found some speed. Let's go to our fans here, and we're hanging on a thread on this feed. So if we happen to lose it, I'm going to refire another one. So be ready at ShortTrackTV. We've dropped our wonderful bonded cell system here, so we're running on a point-to-point. Let's see. Good job, Dale McIntosh. Congratulations, Kyle. Excellent job. Great racing. Yep, for sure. So let's see how quick Seth's going to get our winner right over there. We're going to work our way right through these 3 interviews. It's going to be interesting to hear how the track was, too. I'm real curious of how it was last week. We did something a little different to get a little more grip through the center this week. So I want to see that feedback from the drivers, Andy.
We sure do. Charlotte Lander, good job, Del McIntosh. Yes, good to see Del load that car up in the trailer without panels torn off it. It's a good run tonight from the 26 team to get a 4th place. They liked a podium, but anytime you roll them back in the trailer straight, that's a bonus.
Okay, Seth's hustling for us. We're ready to get them over there. We want to get moving here for our truck guys. We've got some folks would like to get on the road. We like to get done early here so we can get everybody back on the road and home in a reasonable hour. And for all of you out there watching, we sure appreciate it. Hope you're having fun. We've had a lot of fun doing these live streams. They're a lot of work, but with the horsepower and Nut Up, again, go to nutup.com, MavTV20, plug that in, check out, get a 20% discount. The best way you can say thank you for these free live streams, which I think we're about the only track doing that, is to make an order of Nut Up. They're the ones sponsoring these free live streams. Kyle Keller makes his way down. Kyle, raise your hand if you can hear me. Great job, bud. You got a smile on under that mask for us? So, you guys came here in a big tune-up, put a different package on the car. You've been running the junior shows. That car looked like it was on rails last night. I saw you up on the wheel. You've got to have a smile. Tell us how that car was running. It looked like a lot of fun to drive, Kyle.
Yeah, I felt way better. Took us forever to find the right package and the right setup. But I'm very happy for what my team has done and how hard they've been working. And I'm just glad that we're back in victory lane.
Okay, tell me about that restart. So a lot of the club racers, they're not really used to the restarts the way we do, but you had a lot of experience in the juniors, and you guys get after it shifting on those restarts. We thought, and I even said I thought you might have made a mistake by taking the bottom, but you just smoked them on that restart. So tell me how the experience in the juniors gives you the ability to be as good as you are right now.
Yeah, when we ran juniors back then, we always had big motors, so we always had that big advantage, but I like the bottom better because you can roll the center way better than the open motors can, so that's why I took the bottom instead of the top.
Well, it was a smart move. I was wrong. I thought it might have been a mistake because Doss has been passed by not taking the top at certain times. Ericsson's made runs on him, but that was A+ on the start. Congratulations. Tell us who helps you out with this car. There's a lot of people watching online, so who are your sponsors? Who helps you get back to the racetrack?
I got to thank Battleborn Racing and Bill Paddock for all he's done. I got to thank Jerry Pitts Racing. I'm glad to be racing for him next weekend and for the rest of the year. I want to thank CSM Graphics. I want to thank the Bohannon family for what they have done for me and just believing in me and everything. I want to thank DeMarzo's Gears. I want to thank Cornwell Tools, Wix Filters, Molly Pistons, Cornwell Tools. I already said that, sorry. I want to thank KKR, that's me. But I don't want to thank myself because if it wasn't for yourself, then you wouldn't be in victory lane. But I want to thank Competition Carburetors and everybody else that helps me.
Congratulations. Excellent job. As Kyle mentioned, race fans, he's going to be in a Jerry Pitts ride next week. It's going to be great having Jerry. He's one of the best in the West. So, again, Kyle, congratulations. Tell your dad good job. Everybody on that team, great job.
Thank you.
Seth's going to bring Sheldon Cooper up, and Outback Andy's going to interview him for us.
Where's Jason?
Well, tonight, second place. For a while, it looked like it was the Kyle and Papa Kent show up front, and then the restart came. Sheldon Cooper, great restart from you that last restart. Cal looked really, really good tonight. Looks like you guys are starting to make some gains on this, and good when you can roll it back on the trailer and you're not having to fix stuff from accident damage. You guys can work on that car to go fast. And I know you watch us on Mav TV down there at BC Pizza on a Monday night down there. Man, oh man, another Mav TV show coming up soon. You're looking good for these TV shows.
Yeah, I really need to thank Herzog Motorsports for coming over and helping me get the front end, set right. Aaron, Howard, my brothers, there's some late nights we put in that, behind the scenes don't get to see. My mom for everything she does for us, on race weekends, my sponsors, the BC's Pizza, the Burger Hut, everybody for helping me out, and we'll see what next weekend brings. We're getting closer and closer. That's why we're here tonight. You don't win races sitting at home, so we're trying. Yeah,
like you say, the last couple of races, you can really see the progression you guys are making Good to come to these 40-lap shootouts and just see what you got for next week. Congratulations, buddy.
Thank you.
Solid night for Sheldon Cooper. We'll get Papa Kuntz over here real quick. Lauren, pretty happy with this car. This another guy that's been working along on this car to make it better all the time. We'll get down here and talk to Lauren in a couple of seconds.
Oh, okay.
Well, Papa Lauren Kuntz, we talked to you in the pit area today, and you said, you're starting to get really happy with this car. You guys have made a lot of ground on this car. This car gets faster all the time, looks better on the racetrack. Tonight, you were carving into it. Kyle went out to about a 3-second lead. You halved that at the restart and looked like the restart was going to be good for you where you're going to start. Unfortunately, things went wrong on that restart, but a solid third place for that team tonight.
Well, I didn't hear you all the way.
We'll go back down to Lauren. We're saying, Lauren, that you guys have made a lot of gains. I talked to you in the pits earlier today. You made a lot of gains on this car. You were pretty happy with this car today. In the main event tonight, Kyle got out to about a 3-second lead. You halved that at the restart. Unfortunately, things didn't go your way at the restart, but a good third place tonight. That's a solid performance in that 75 car.
Yeah, and that's all due to those guys standing over there by the car for all the hard work that they do, and a lot of pointers from some good people out here.
Yeah, progression is a good thing, and it's good when you can roll it back in the trailer and you can just work on go faster stuff.
Absolutely.
Solid night tonight for Papa Lauren Kuntz. So sure you got some people you want to thank real quick, sponsors.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Stucco Accents, Jerry's Trucking, Good Old Trucking, and just all my guys.
Thanks very much, Papa Kuntz. We'll see you back soon.
Thanks, Andy.
Yeah, Papa Lauren Kuntz, a great third place tonight. So, Kenny Shepard, that was a really, really good Madera Club late model race tonight.
Really impressed. Just with here, let me switch cameras there. What happened with the camera? What I was going to say, we had a battery go down on Dean's camera, so we could. That's the camera we're using from the grandstands for the interview. So sorry about that. We just I popped it on turn 4. I know you guys could hear it. Went down, changed that one, came up. I've got to change another monitor. But yeah, I'm again really impressed tonight. This is where the grind for the local racers. We're running pretty much every week. TV race, club race, TV race, club race, and the club races. The camaraderie is amazing. How well they race is incredible. You hardly see any damage. And the gains they make. So Lauren Kuntz right there, he's the king of the B mains in the short track shootout in October. He might put that thing in the middle of the A main. His times were fast enough today. Yep. Last week he would have qualified 12th, what he turned today. So what a lot of gains. Sheldon Cooper really getting fast in that car,
yep.
working hard.
He's saying the Herzogs are helping him out.
Yeah, Herzog's.
That's
I didn't
really
get to hear
showing
that, but yeah, I was going to mention that. So let's back to our comments here. Looks like you guys are hanging in there. You guys meaning our feed. We're down to one leg of 4 items that we push the signal. We're down to the point-to-point. Angela, sorry about that. I see that. Can't see the drivers. Again, I didn't have a choice. We had to change the batteries. And normally what we do is in our TV show, we have about 14 people working on the TV show. With in-car cameras, everything, we're shooting with up to 18, 19 cameras now. So what will happen is we have one runner in the TV show, as you know, Andy. That's all they're doing. They're running batteries. They're running parts and pieces. We have Dave Sabota that's helping on the show. We've got Quan that's helping with audio and so many other things. So tonight is Outback Andy manning the computers and watching the data that's coming from scoring. I'm kind of doing about 4 jobs. Dean's the only moving camera, and then we've got the 2 flag stand cameras, which, let me see if I can get Josh to help us. We're going to jump over. See if, let's see. Josh, if you're right there with us, fans can hear. We're going to just let them listen to us talk here. Check the batteries on those 2 flag stand cameras, if you would. Check the batteries and then wipe the lens off. If you guys, Josh's got his headset. CK, if one of you guys could get to him, help me out. So what we have here is right there, that's turn 2 cam. Or turn 4, pardon me. Turn 1 and 2, so it's flag 1, flag 2. That's Andy and I. Let's jump that one up. Let me go over there. And then over to this side. So I'll jump over here and lighten this one up. If we had Quan here, he would be doing this. So let's see right here. We'll crank that camera up. Yeah, that'll bring a little bit of light in here. All the cameras run manually, so we're also adjusting lights, and there we are. Outback Andy.
Hey.
Give him a wave, huh?
We're back. We'll give him a wave. Hey, good to see everybody.
Yeah,
wow.
so
it's good to be working with you again, like old times, like we used to do in the MAV studio.
I miss being on the call more from, it's just exciting. It's fun. And to be able to analyze from a racer's perspective, last week was I'm over on the switcher and Quan and I, and there's three of us. We turn that radio down there. There's three of us going at it, producing the show, and of course, directing, guiding you guys and which cameras. And there's a lot of people on our show now. So I really miss being on the call to analyze. Again, like last week when Doss took the bottom, I thought that was a mistake. Then when Trevor Huddleston took the bottom, thought it was a mistake. Now tonight, obviously, I was wrong. They won from that.
Josh looks like he might have got his headset back on now.
Okay. Yeah, I think we're okay. I'm gonna have to switch another battery out here. So we've got a battery on our monitor. So I'm going to turn this down. You're going to see it go blue here in just a second, fans, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, we should be coming back up any second. We'll cover that later. We should be right back. Again, you'll see a blank screen here in just a second where it jumps, moves the data over, and we're back. There's that. We're watching. There's a little bit of a delay here, but there's a blue screen the fans are seeing right now from about a 30-second delay we've got loaded in, and then it should pop right back up.
Normally we'd have late models as the last event of the night, but we moved the Southwest Tour Trucks to the last race of the night as they had some trucks that sustained some damage.
You know what's impressive, though?
Yeah.
Look how many trucks are out there.
Just about everybody.
Wow.
Yep.
They must have all, I mean, our crew said they were all helping. Someone was asking about the four trucks back out.
The 14's even back out, and that had major damage to it. Let's take a look at the lineup. Out of position 1 will be the 53 of Curtis Burns. Starting out of position number 2, Steve Reeves in the 5 truck. The 65 of Parker Jones will start out of position number 3. The 4 of Ed Cutler, that would be the orange 4 of Ed Cutler, will start out of position number 4. Out of position number 5, the 44 of Brent Adams. Starting out of position 6, the 24 of Ronnie Davis. Out of position number 7, he has some work to do. Main event winner number 1 tonight, and one on MAV TV in the juniors in year number 1, race number 2 of the 5150 Junior Series. That is Austin Edwards in the 18 truck. We move to position number, position 8, Keaton Swan in the 41. Move to row number 5 on the inside, the 4 of Ricky Bogart. The 10th starting truck will be the 14 of Brian DeBose. We move to the final row, the 21 of Nash Youngren and the 27 of Sean Davis. Now, I don't see the 27 making his way out. That was that truck that was super loose, that black truck, the darker truck.
That one tried to wear the back straightaway wall out off of turn 2.
Yep. So he did not make it back out. So we only lost 1 truck.
That's impressive.
That is impressive.
That's what I was waiting for a gap when you're going to take a breath to jump in. 1 to go right here. That's what I was going to say. That is so impressive with all of the damage, all of the carnage, and we only lost 1 truck. So, again, fans, what we were told is all of these truck teams were back there not fighting each other, but helping each other and working triple time to get them all back out. Lights are out, Outback Andy. You know what that means when they get to turn 4.
Yes, it does. Shelley Smith just quickly says, love seeing new class track. We love having the Southwest Tour trucks here. Pace starting to build down there now. The 53 of Curtis Burns. He will bring them to the green. They're in that start zone. Josh looked pretty happy, and that was a pretty good start. Heads-up battle from our Southwest Tour trucks.
Well, let's see what the outside looks like with that 5 truck sliding back. He really hasn't liked the outside, but he really hustles the bottom side, rotates around.
Yeah, he was pretty quick to drive to the inside then, Kenny. Now, Austin Edwards, I'm not sure if he locked a brake or some fluid. I saw something on the left-hand front of that truck last time down in turn 3.
Let's get Dean to slide back to that white 18 in 5th place, even though we've got to fight for the lead. I think that white 18 is going to come through in a hurry here.
Yes, the 18 truck, Austin Edwards. Mum Heidi here tonight with the sister as well. They're
Dean's going to jump back.
Austin?
Let me jump in right to the leader. Dean's going to hop right back to leader. We've got a big battle for the lead right now.
Yes, it is, side by side. The 65 on the inside, that's Parker Jones. On the outside is Curtis Burns. So Curtis started on the pole. He's moved up to the outside, and the 65 of Parker Jones, he has just driven up the inside and took the lead. And they are slicing and dicing it. They are door handle to door handle, bed to bed on these trucks. There's some great racing from these guys.
We're going to stay on that second place battle, and don't look now. The 4 trucks on the bottom side pushing, but Austin Edwards, the first main event winner in that 18 truck, is trying to make it a 3 or 4-way battle, but he's passed on the inside by the white 4.
Yes, Austin Herzog, that white 4. Austin's going to get freight train here because he went up the racetrack and he had a truck in front of him. That was the 53. I don't think he was counting on that truck going up. Austin might start to look to the inside, because that 24 Beetle & Co. truck has got by Austin.
Austin Edwards, Andy, all the way back to 6th there. Now, who's in the 4 truck? I thought I heard you say Austin Herzog.
No, so it's Austin Edwards in the 18 truck.
Oh, 4 truck now. Battle right now is going to be the pair of 4 trucks. We're going to watch that battle. We're going to be clear up at the second place battle. Dean will get us on. There was big contact. Right now, more contact coming, Andy.
Ed Cutler is the orange 4 truck. The other 4 truck that is out there, as we got cars in the wall, red flag, in fact.
We've got fluid everywhere. Oil. Boy, Dean picked that up nice. Fluid everywhere. That looked like oil to me. And it looks like it's in the infield right there. The black truck, don't see the number. 24, Andy. 24 truck.
24. Wow.
24 truck. That truck was fast last night.
So we'll go red down here. The 24. Yep. The 24 truck driving that is Ronnie Davis. Ronnie Davis in that Beetle & Co. entry.
Yeah, that's, I think he lost an engine. There was oil everywhere. The corner workers are all over it right now. You can see from, let's see this angle, they're all over.
This is going to be a big cleanup here, Kenny.
Yeah, it is. That's all. I don't think there's a drop of oil left in that truck. Yeah, and the 5 truck, I don't know how hard it seemed like he went up into the wall, but there's not a lot back behind there. I didn't see a lot of damage.
The other truck took a pretty big hit too. The one facing us, and that was the truck that started the race with no body panels. It looked like a modified to start, and that is even more modified now than it was.
Yeah, let's see. Gilbert's one of the best cleanup guys. If Rod Carsey's not here, that red flag's waving in the air. So let's go back. I want to remind everyone again, we started earlier this evening with this, but there's a reason we're all here tonight, and that's the reason on the screen right now. Valley Children's Hospital, this is our fundraising night for Valley Children's, and fans, normally what we do is we raise money through the grandstands, but we had to do a little bit of that with the pits, and then what we're asking our fans to do, since you're not here, we'd normally pass a hat around, we'd do a 50-50 raffle and have a lot of fun. Go to valleychildrens.org, and if you are able to, I know a lot of people are struggling, but if you're in a position where you can make a $5, $10, $15 donation, please do so. It makes a big difference. We are on our 14th year here, Tammy and I, with Short Track Management running the Madera Speedway, and we've been with Valley Children's even prior to that. I used to go out with my race cars and would raise money. Wonderful organization. So this is Valley Children's Night, so if you would and if you can, please make a little donation there. Outback Andy, you know how we're doing these live streams, right?
Yeah, we get people to go to Nut Up, and they put Mav TV 20 in there.
Yep, free live streams.
Yep, free
provided.
live streams.
Yep.
Go and buy that product. I love the sea salt caramel. You and Stephen
Sweet
Blakesy love
Heat.
the Sweet Heat. That's right.
That's perfect for a racetrack. You know what Sweet Heat does real well, too? Our other sponsor, Michelob Ultra.
Oh, yes.
Sweet Heat
yes.
one hand, ice cold Michelob Ultra.
On the other hand,
they
I'm with you there.
They just flow right there together.
You know, Steve Blakesy and I were talking about this too. Not only do they do those awesome chopped nuts, they have some really good almond butter. And you may remember this last year. The girls came up from Nut Up and they bought up the apples and the pretzels.
Remember it? I was yelling at you guys on the monitor. Fans, Stephen and Andy, when they're actually calling the races, I'm in their ear, and You guys were so busy over here, it's like you forgot about the races. We had them 3 wide for the lead, and it was, man, this is delicious.
Yep, we had the girls up here, and they gave us some sliced apples and some pretzels, and we were trying out the couple of different varieties of the Nut Up almond butter. And I tell you what, it's great. You can put on anything. The Nut Up almond butter. So check that out. You can pick that up at Save Mart, Lucky's, Food Max. You pick them up at some of the costless food stores from Hanford right through to Jackson. Corner stores have them as well, so look out for them. Chop Nuts, they do the small packets, then they do the bigger bags too. You can buy the bigger bags, so if you find a flavor you like, you can go buy the bigger bag of like Sweet Heat like you like.
Yeah, and then same thing. Go to nutup.com right now, 20% off. That's the way to go. MavTV20, plug that in.
I shall do that right after the race and order myself some
they're
sea
fast.
salt and caramel.
They're fast, right to you.
Grown in the Valley, nuts grown in the Valley. California, one of the biggest almond growers in the world. And, in fact, the Central Valley of California here is the biggest almond growing area in the world. So we grow a lot of almonds here.
Yeah, this is something we're very proud of. And for the fans, we've got fans from out of the country watching. Where we are at is just north of Fresno, California, Central California. So we like to say we sit right under Yosemite National Park. And Madera, we're kind of, Sacramento. We're just Central California, right between the two. But let's jump over. Let's talk about something else. I'm going to put up on the screen right now, Knocking Doors Down, the book and the podcast from Carlos Vieira. If you get a chance, go to KKD Media Company and look up their website, kkmediacompany.com, and pick up a copy of Carlos's book. All the proceeds go to the Carlos Vieira Foundation, and it tells basically his life story, and more importantly, how racing saved his life from a life of addiction. So, and then he's got the Knocking Doors Down podcast. You get a chance, check that out. Again, kkdmedia.com. Check that out and that whole story. Very interesting.
You're helping out the Carlos Vieira Foundation when you buy that book, and of course the Carlos Vieira Foundation does some great jobs with the Gloves Not Drugs program for the kids, the boxing program through the Valley, and do a lot of good things, the Carlos Vieira Foundation.
Yeah, speaking of Gloves Not Drugs, well, we don't see, normally we've got extra cameras, I'm moving them around, but right above the crew there in their yellow bumblebee suits down there in turn 3, there's a Gloves Not Drugs banner up on the fence right above where they're working, so that truck that went into the wall probably had a good look at that sign.
Yep. Great job by the Carlos Vieira Foundation. Well, Kenny, I think you've used up your month's allocation in sweep in this speedy dry down there in this one incident. There's a lot of speedy dry being used, and that truck dropped a lot of oil in a short distance.
I think the guys are not going to be happy with me tonight on trackside, the safety crew, Andy. You know why? I told them it was going to be the easiest night they've had all year.
Yeah.
It started to be. And twin 30-lap main events. Normally we would just run 175 lapper for the Southwest trucks, but because they've been off and they're trying to make up their schedule, they're running doubles, so we told them we'd help them out. And I was about to brag. We started this at 9 o'clock. I thought all of that racing, we would whip through this for our fans, and by about 9:20 we would be finished with the evening, and we were on that pace. So you never know when the engine's going to let go, I guess.
You know, the last time I saw us use this amount of speedy dry was on Legends of the Pacific car, and I couldn't believe that those running the motorbike motors in those could drop so much oil over the racetrack. And we used to have a standing thing every time Legends came out. It was Legend cars sponsored by the current Speedy Dry company that was supplying Speedy Dry. And we kept that going for a few years.
We've asked before, how much oil can those motorcycle engines actually hold?
Yeah, they hold a lot. Yeah.
Yep, they've got the little baby jet blower. They're going to clean their shoes off down there. And if, depending on the oil, see, synthetic oil is a little bit of a pain to clean up as well. And the best way, you take that broom and really push in it, but you get your boots down there, really grind it in, and you can get it to where it's very grippy. And case in point, Trevor Huddleston was leading that race last week. And if our fans watch live on Short Track TV, or they'll see it on MAV TV, There was a car, what was it, Mitchell, and then I think it was Erickson's rental car, right? They got together. Mitchell was, looked like, got the short end of that contact, tore that car up, and that 16 Ford Mustang ended up off of turn 2, and there was a lot of speedy dry over there. Well, Doss realized when he went through it a couple times, even on the warm-up laps, he couldn't hardly spin the tires. So with this rubberized seal coat, and if the guys do a good job, which they always do an excellent job, if they get it cleaned up, there's a lot of grip right away. Now, I see something, though, Andy, right here. And if I'm a race car driver, I'm really watching this. See those tracks that went through the oil, that path going into turn 1? I can't tell if it's a little dark from like a mist still of oil. But if I were in the race car, I'd be really concerned with that. See that dark patch through the middle of the speed orb? And let's see, I see one of the safety crew workers walking back there. Let's see if he puts his feet in it. Now, it might have been they were just a little heavy with the speed orb on the bottom, but if I were on the outside, I would definitely be concerned with that.
That incident down there really mirrored the incident with Ryan Philpott in his late model a couple of years ago when Ryan lost the motor going down into turn 1, and we had cars piling the wall. That was a massive crash down there.
Actually, that video is up on YouTube. I wish I had it where I could loop it back in here. But that video you're talking about is a highlight clip on YouTube, and it was watched by about 10 or 11,000 people. And the only thing that was missing there in that situation, I remember Dylan Tucker went into the fence, Ryan Hart. There was about 10 of them, like darts, fire, oil going everywhere. That was a mess. So they were actually really fortunate right there. They didn't take out 4 or 5 more trucks. They did a good job getting slowed down. Now, with Philpott, the difference, if you remember, that was on a restart. And they were all piled up, and that was big-time traffic on a restart going into turn 1.
Yep.
Now, here's the good thing, Andy. Normally, we're so concerned. A good thing. It's terrible not to have our fans. But we have a difficult time. We won't blow the oil dry towards the fans. And so they'll broom it down and push it over. Yeah, but right there, they don't worry about it. They just – and watch this. They'll make a pass. Let's go right here. If we can hear it. They'll make that pass. Normally, we don't blow to the fans. They're tracking into it, checking to see how much grip's in it. That's what they're looking at right now. Blowing the excess up while they've got the left sides. Gilbert's got the fire truck just pushing it in. They will probably, my guess is, for all of you watching on TV, my guess, they're probably going to have the drivers roll some laps through it and get some thumbs up, thumbs down, and let them run a few laps because it looks pretty darn clean from up here from our end. They've done a really good job.
Yeah, that was a lot of oil.
Yeah, it was. But what a
break
shame
for Ronnie Davis, podium in the last race. He was looking really forward to this race, trying to see what he had for Austin Edwards.
Do you happen to have the Southwest truck schedule? You know where they're at next? I know it's moved around from what they were telling me, but I didn't know if you had it.
No, I don't have that.
I was kind of curious if they were Irwindale or where they were at. Tim Huddleston, my buddy that runs Irwindale down there, does a good job. He's hustling. Now let's check in here. We've got, that would be 12:24 in Daytona. Wow, people back there. 9:26 out here. Cool night of racing, Big Al, you bet. We thought we were going to be done lickety-split, and now we're pushing a little later, but what better to do than a Saturday night short track? Aiden Kaiser, I remember the wreck. My dad, we were working on Chris Trickle's car. It happened right in front of him. Yep.
Well, that 41 truck is still going after getting involved in that incident as well. So he's back out there. That's good news. Not
to interrupt you real quick before we go here, Andy. I've got a couple of people asking. I don't know if they're family members. Let me go back up. But they're wanting us to confirm. George Parrott, you know what happened? Can you confirm a blown motor? Well, let me do something for you, George. I'm going to jump over to the race control channel. Kenny to the tower. Kenny to the tower.
Tower, go ahead.
Can you confirm, was that a blown motor? We've got quite a few fans asking us online. Was that a blown motor?
Confirm officials, was that a blown motor on the 24 truck? Blown motor, picking up pieces of block.
Thank you. Okay, I don't know if they heard that. Maybe they did, but confirm blown motor. And CKR track steward, unfortunately, George was saying that he was picking up pieces of the block. So that's a big-time blown motor. So bad situation there for a very fast race truck. Again, the trucks have been impressive. They are absolutely up on the wheel.
Yeah,
not
this has
playing
been
around
a really good night for the trucks. They bought a lot of trucks with them this time. Numbers have been down for a little while, but they've regained some trucks and got some quality drivers like bringing Austin Edwards in to run that 18 truck. Now, Austin is going to start on the outside of row 2 here. He knows how to get it done here, and this could be a pretty interesting restart.
Well, oil dry on the outside. They're gonna kind of tiptoe. But here's the key for Austin. This is a 30-lap race. It's lap 8. There's a long ways to go.
There is a long way to go. You're correct.
A lot of time. So, George, wow, thank you. You're welcome, George. Got some more people. Thank you for the live feed. Come on, Austin Edwards.
Looks like Brad Young is saying thanks to the live feed. Come on, Austin Edwards.
Yep. So you're welcome. Again, not to wear it out, but hit NutUp, please. NutUp.com. Because we actually looked very close about 3 weeks ago of going pay-per-view on this, but I'm really committed, and I want to stay live. I think now's the opportunity to grow our sport, share this, get as many friends watching. There's nothing better than good old Saturday night short track racing. One, to go out back, Andy, and especially when the rest of the sports kind of, or we'll say the top end, kind of irritating people at times. Turn to the short tracks, support them. Down the back straightaway, out back, Andy, do you think that outside has a chance with this speedy dry as they head over to the box?
I'm a little worried about that outside line a little bit. Here we go, coming to the line. It is the 65 to bring him to the green. Parker Jones.
Parker gets a good
on the initial start.
Yeah, Parker got an excellent start. Austin Edwards tiptoeing through the nasty stuff, but got through there pretty good. The Ford truck's going to get overhauled to the I thought Austin Edwards would roll the bottom. I don't know who's spotting for Austin Edwards right there, but it was wide open. I'd have been screaming clear, clear, clear.
Yeah, I would have got by Ed Cutler because you had Ed Cutler on the outside. You just driven up the inside.
Yeah.
Now, Austin has to be careful here because he doesn't want these front 2 trucks getting away from him.
Big battle for the lead right now. Battle for second place. Still fighting for the lead. Austin Edwards makes the drive on the outside, Andy. I think he could go up and win this race on the outside. He went right through that oil dry. I see rubber marks, rubber tracks going right back down through. Big battle for the lead, guys.
Yeah, the 65 truck got very, very loose in that oil last time going into 1, and he drives down the inside, wants no part of getting the right rear into that oil up there. Austin Edwards now has moved past Ed Cutler, so Austin's moved himself up into 3rd, and the 41 has called it a day. Unfortunately for that truck, he's been in a bunch of trouble. That's
Austin Edwards, contact. Outback, Andy, tell us who that first and second place truck is.
Okay, so the 53 is Curtis Burns. Curtis Burns is actually, in fact, the truck he's dicing with right now is Parker Jones. Austin gets by Parker pretty easily. I tell you what, Austin Edwards really has got this track figured out, I guess because he's done a lot of junior late model racing here. He's got to track down the leader. That's Ricky Bogart. I was really impressed with this truck in the first race. This truck carries some speed till he struck problems.
Ricky's truck? Yeah, that truck of Ricky is fast.
Yeah.
That's a good-looking ride.
It was going fast in the first race, and then he struck some problems.
Yeah, so this could really set up a battle. And again, Austin's running him down a little bit faster, has more experience here, but this is set up where lap 16 going to 30. We're at the halfway point last time by. Here they come rolling by. You can see the gap.
Ricky in the 4 truck's been running the inside really, really well, so Austin's going to have his hands full with trying to get through because that is a little dicey on the outside. So you're probably going to have to go the outside. You probably have to do it down in 3 and 4, not 1 and 2. So Austin starts to get to the back of that Fisher Industries number 4.
Well, and we're going to get Dean back on the leader here. They're down the back straightaway. And that is really shaping up, and we're running out of time. Lap 18 this time by. Austin Edwards creeps up. Catching him is one thing, passing is another.
Yeah, exactly. Trying to get by. Good run from the 4 truck. Like you said, it was impressive when it was going in the Heat 1. So Austin Edwards, this is not going to drive away from this guy.
Ooh.
He's going to make it very, very hard for him. And they have lap traffic coming, and that is the number 14 of Brian DeBose.
I made a little gesture, tried to jump in there. The Ford truck, Ricky's truck, slid a little bit, pushed up in 3 and 4. Let's see if it does it again. Austin rolls to the high side. He gets through really well. That's the first little error I've seen by the Ford truck. And Austin Edwards pounced on him, was all over the back bumper.
Yeah, I think the tires are starting to go off on the Ford truck. We often talk about it on MAV TV about tire cycling. You get a bit of a run going like they had. The tires get warm. When they cool down during like that red we had and so forth, the tires, when they come back and get up to operating temperature, you may have a set of tires that are junk. They come back good. You got a good set of tires, and they're not so good. Here we go, Kenny. Battle for the lead.
Big battle for the lead. I was going to stay right there because Ed Cutler's trying to move to third. There's a big battle there, but we've got to stay with this front pack. Austin Edwards is all over the back bumper. Coming to 23. We're running out of time. Big run on the outside while Ricky's trying to plug the bottom up. Austin said, I know how to run the top around this place. Well, look at Austin Edwards roll through the speed zorb like it's nothing.
Yep.
Now he's going to do the crossover. We got a crossover move coming. Ricky blocks the bottom. Austin goes back to the top, coming to lap 24. 6 to go, race fans. Look at Austin Edwards using every inch of the racetrack.
Yeah, Austin knows there's only 5 to go at the line next time, and that truck is slipping and sliding. They're coming up to lap traffic, so
he's got a
the truck
problem.
will be here.
Yep, he's got a problem. He's got lap traffic in the line. He's going to have to work his way back to the bottom. Keep that patience going. He's still got 4 laps to go. 4 laps.
Well, when do you do the bump and run? How late do you leave it to do that bump and run, Kenny?
We're going to stay with the leader. I don't think Austin's going to have to do the bump and run, and I think he's going to really run it hard on the – he's going to drive in hard on the top. He's wanting to set the top up and then get the crossover. He's going to let him know he's there. Austin's a super clean driver. We have got 3 to go this time by. That's more than a bump and run.
Yeah, that turns him around.
Yep. So that'll be now result in Ed Cutler fighting with the 65 truck for the lead. This just completely changes the complexion of this because that'll be an involvement deal where they go to the rear. Wow.
Certainly will.
Surprising.
Austin got in a little heavy that time to the back of that truck.
Well, what I've seen twice, I mentioned it, Ricky's truck, he got in there a little bit slow, pushed one time, and he was really holding the bottom line, but rough way to do it. Let's see.
The Ford truck's
we're going to get
happy
Dean.
here.
We're going to get Dean to see if they go over and talk to each other there. There they go.
So the 18 has let the 4 in front of him as the leaders come up to the back of that battle. So either these 2 trucks are going to have to pull over and let the leaders past, which they're doing right now. Austin Edwards decides he's going to gun it. Kind of had him in line if Austin had have pulled in there. So Austin Edwards, Austin's trying to start up front here. So we'll see how this plays out. Tough break for the number 4 truck that was having a good run too. The 4, Ricky Bogart, started out of position 9. In this now, Austin Edwards being sent to the rear. And I would suggest he'll go, they're going to put him right to the very, very rear. Yep, Parker Jones. So Ricky Bogart, I tell you what, that's a shame, Kenny, because I was just saying Ricky Bogart started out at position number 9. He made his way to the lead. And
you want to know what the biggest shame of that was? Everyone watching. And we were cheated out of a huge finish.
Yeah, we were.
2 to go.
We were.
I'm a race fan, and I love that. Let's get this thing done and have a big
They're
run.
showing us
Alan
4 to
England,
go.
let me jump in here, Andy. Alan England, thank you, Kenny, for the live feed. Haldward. You're welcome, Alan. We love this sport. What do you guys think of that right there? Was it a brake check? Was it a turnaround and dump? Let us know what you guys think. Combination of both. What a shame, though. To me, when that happens, and I know I'll hear it in the pits, this guy touched me, and we hear all that side. But as a fan, we're just completely robbed of a great finish. So, yep, it was absolutely Yeah, let's see here. What's Andy saying? No, we're still live, Andy.
Still live?
Yeah.
Okay.
Andy's on the wrong feed. He keeps jumping on the wrong feed here. But anyway, when that happens, we're robbed of the finish we were going to get. It's lap 26 right now,
4
heading
laps
to
to
lap
go.
30. We're getting ready to roll. What do you think? We got brake check. There's 2 brakes, so the voting is on brake checking. Here we go. Now, what do we have? We've got Parker and
Ed Cutler. And Ed has
Cutler.
not been good on the outside. Ed just tried to make a mad scramble. Look, he's laying back, trying to do exactly
big crossover.
that. And, wow, that was not really cool to do that on the
No, that was a
start.
train wreck of a start.
The 53.
Yeah, they're not going to like that. I was going to say normally the yellow lights will come on down
Oh,
there.
bang into the side of Austin Edwards, the 53.
Yeah, so making a little bit of a mess of it right here. But normally you'll have a couple of situations there. You stay in line until the start-finish line. You don't pass. That entire situation there on the start wasn't – it looked like a blown start from the beginning down there. So what they're looking for is the leader will take off first, but they don't want the leader to jump the start. They don't want second place jump the start. So we'll see if we can get them rolling here and get a good finish yet after all.
Interesting, I find that Four Truck is back up to third, Kenny. Wow, that's pretty interesting.
Well, you've got, looks like 2 trucks have elected to go to the rear, 44 and 14, or they wouldn't have those trucks back up there.
Ricky Bogart has made his way back to third. Now, it's interesting here because Ed Cutler does not like to be on the outside. He will try as hard as he can to get down, but you just can't pull across the trucks like that and pull down like that.
Yeah, and that's part of what I'm sure they didn't like, but
now what needs to happen is the 4 of Ricky Bogart, actually, in fact, they're going to move this now to the 21. They're going to move the 21 truck back to the inside, so that's Nash Youngren. So what Nash needs to do is keep right up behind the 65 of Parker Jones and block that move from the 4. Otherwise, that 4 truck of Ed Cutler, the orange truck, is going to get to the inside. We're at the restart zone, Kenny.
Well, I think what we need to talk about right here is for Austin Edwards and even Ricky, this race is not over.
No.
You know, we've got 4 laps. A lot could happen. Lights are out right now, so don't be surprised if Austin Edwards is not back in this ballgame, especially if they touch, they bang around. You're going to see a lot of action here, so we may get that wild and intense finish I was hoping for after all. Heading down into turn 3, out back Andy, they'll look for the start box. Second place truck of Parker is ahead. They don't like that. They're not going to like this again. Yep, it was a better start, though. They worked it out. Probably leave it out.
And the 4 truck can just drive down to the inside. Ed Cutler, see, because Youngren left the gate open there, that allowed Ed Cutler to drive down.
Yeah, and then Ricky, he was pushing, doing a little bump drafting, but Parker definitely did the same thing on the last start on the outside. He doesn't like that outside, it looks like. He's navigating his way to the bottom, but this isn't over yet. He's at the back bumper of the leader. Bump and run. There you go. Little action, bump and run.
Yep.
We've got a big fight for the lead right now.
Ed Cutler trying to scramble to the inside. That's where he likes to be. Ed Cutler on the inside. Parker Jones up on the high line, and here comes Ricky Bogart now. Ricky looking to make a move on the outside of Ed Cutler, and that might pay off.
Yep, Ricky Bogart on the outside. If he rolls by, this race isn't over. We got a white flag, but can Bogart roll up and make a run on the outside of turn 3? It may happen with that white 4 truck down here in turn 3. If he does, no, he got bottled up and got hit by the 4 truck on the bottom. That's going to take the move away, and we're going to be coming to the checkered flag right now, Andy.
Parker Jones going to drive out of turn number 4. Can he take the win? Yes, he does. Who will get second? Bogart from Ed Cutler, Austin Edwards, the 21, Nash Youngren.
Yeah, they're still talking to each other back there in the back straightaway, bumping and banging. That was action-packed. That was good.
That was action-packed.
Yep, we like a entertaining race. What about you fans? You guys enjoy that? Everybody out there in internet land, what? The 4 gets into the 53 Austin, gets door slammed. Yep, Saturday night racing. And they'll be, and the fun thing about this, people will ask me all the time, don't you get tired of being on the phone with race car drivers or team owners and, hey, he touched me or whatever? I love this stuff, Andy. We lived it. We were racers. I know it inside and out. 65 truck down there is happy.
Well, it comes a little different because you're an ex-race car driver, and a lot of promoters are not ex-race car drivers. So it makes a lot of difference you being in that position.
Yeah, we're going to try and get Dean to get him right in the center of the screen, and same with the guys we're interviewing this time. But we'll. That was very interesting. But yeah, I mean, being a race car driver, we've lived it. I've taken cars home. I've had to cut up and put in a box or tear them apart to even get them back together, and I've gone home with big trophies and everything in between. So a lot of what we do is try and teach others just kind of how to go racing. We do the sponsorship seminars. We do put so much energy in. To me, I've had job offers at some pretty big racetracks, and I can't leave the short tracks anymore. I love it. So very, very impressive. Well, how much do you know about the gentleman that won here, Andy?
Not a lot. Parker Jones, that was a really good drive from Parker.
Yeah, I'm just kind of curious. I'm going to go down and chat with him afterwards. We certainly know Austin Edwards' background, but I'm always curious what their background. Where did they drive? When did they start driving? And it's been different for us, if you're listening in, fans. With COVID-19, we really don't have a situation where we can interact that much with the drivers. And because of COVID-19, we've got to make sure everyone's got their mask on. We've got to make sure there's 6 feet of distancing. So it's really difficult for us to go and interact with people in the pits. Folks don't realize that. So.
Yeah, don't get much time down there. And
Yep.
that's interesting. One thing too, Kenny, the podium is totally different to the first podium.
Yeah.
You would expect that some of the guys that are on the first podium, but wow, that was kind of crazy the way that all worked out.
Well, before they're coming up, they're going to get over to Seth. He's going to make sure that radio is wide open for us. Let's touch on some fans again. Al Kennedy, not action, it's passion, and race cars love it. Me too, Al. I mean, all the controversy, the he said, she said, we love it. What a sport. And the sport's as red, white, and blue as you'll find. And we're going to give this to Outback Andy so he can get ready to do an interview right now. And it looks like we're about ready to go down trackside right now, Outback Andy.
Wait for them to talk first.
Well, we are ready to go down trackside, and winning race number 2 tonight for the Southwest Tour Trucks. Parker Jones, Parker, wow, that was a crazy, wild last 5 laps of the event.
Yeah, it was. I was just trying to do the best I could. First main event win I've had in this truck. We've been working like 3 years to try and get it to this point.
And what is your background in racing prior to jumping in that truck?
Well, before the truck, I did Hornets and Junior Stingers, and then before that, I did quarter midgets.
Okay, a lot of our drivers here come from the quarter midget scene right over the back there at Good Times Quarter Midget Association. Hey, great drive tonight in the second race, especially, like I say, a crazy wild finish. And to win your first race, that's a great way to do it with a hard elbows up drive like you did on that last restart.
Yeah, it was awesome, and I just want to thank my crew chief, Ryan. I mean, if it wasn't for him and his wife, we wouldn't be here right now, and I just want to thank my dad and my mom for supporting me and allowing me to do this.
Outback Andy, ask him what he thought when the leaders got together there.
Yeah, what did you think when the leaders got together?
Yeah, that was definitely a little crazy. I didn't know what to think of that, but I mean, hey, it helped me take a win, so I'm okay with it.
And just the last question for me, how old are you?
I'm 17.
17, so a young guy. Well, we would love to see you sometime, maybe try and get a ride in one of our junior late models or our late model series, especially. You're probably too old for the junior late models now, but to get a ride in our late models on TV.
Yeah, I've actually been in a late model race before, started dead last and finished 5th.
Well, this is Kenny. Congratulations. Very impressive drive. I just want to let you know we've got a few fans out here. There's, I think it's Leela Wilson, I believe it is, said tell him purple wheels rule. You rock, bud. Good job.
Thank you. And I also want to point out that our truck, we have stars on the hood, and the gold star is for Gold Star families, which means they had a person serving in the military that was KIA. And we love to put them on our hood and let the world know that we thank them and we honor them, and they should honor them too, because if it wasn't for them, we would not be out here doing this right now.
We always say we don't get to do what we do without those that fought for our freedom. We have a big military tribute night. Because of COVID-19, we missed it in May. And all I can say is God bless you for doing what you're doing. Great job, great drive. Very, very appreciative of what you do with the military and what you do for them, and congratulations. Great run. Who helps you out sponsor-wise on that truck?
We have Schaefer's and Big O Tires, and I believe we still have the car store and, just all those stuff, Elite Automotive Paint and stuff. So, yeah.
Yep, again, congratulations. Great having you guys with us. Can't wait to see you guys back up here again at Madera.
Thank you.
Great job by Parker Jones tonight in that 65 truck. And that is killer, those purple wheels. They really do stand out on that truck.
Yeah, that's just a different look. You love the different look of it. It's kind of nice with the fans chiming in. And so what'd you guys think?
This is weird.
Appreciate you guys being with us. Next week, it'll be live again. We'll go live, and it's MAV TV night. Big round number 4 already. Looks like we've got our second place driver up there, Outback Andy. It's time to go back down trackside.
Yeah, back down trackside with Ricky Bogart. Ricky, incident there with Austin Edwards. But, man, oh, man, this truck looked good in the first race, and then you struck problems. But that second race, that was a really good battle. When it came to the restart after you kind of had to go to the back, you found your way through quickly into that second spot. And, wow, what a drive.
Yeah, that first race was unfortunate. Caught up with a teammate, actually a co-truck owner of mine. Spotter told him to go high. He should have stayed low. Things happen. Yeah, that second race was fun. I didn't know how much I had for him. These tires are different here. We came out to we qualified on the 970s sticker tires, and I found out after qualifying we shouldn't have done that. So we live and learn, I guess. Next time we come back, hopefully here pretty soon, we'll be better prepared. Yeah, it was a good race, good hard race. About lap 18 or so, lost my brakes, and I was just hugging the bottom, giving the outside line to the 18. And I guess he didn't want the top line. He wanted the bottom one. I was already there. So things happened, and restarted there at the end, and was able to get back up to a second at least.
Yeah, I kind of think the 18 decided that the outside wasn't the place to be after all that oil got dumped all over the racetrack, and that's probably why he was hunting that inside. I guess with no brakes, you were just having to try and roll it into the turn as easy as you could.
Right, yeah, trying to do all my stopping in a straight line and just trying to roll it down through the center. I know the top line works, and I know he's plenty faster than me. Just maybe he just wasn't prepared to do that yet.
Yeah, as a race car driver, I know what it's like to run out of brakes. It's not fun when you have to try and drive in the turn with no brakes.
Nope, no, it's not.
Hey, great job tonight. Congratulations on second place.
Thank you very much.
Well, Kenny, what a great battle. He said around lap 18, he lost his brakes, and what he was doing was rolling the car in to the turn to try and roll it in on the straight rather than in the turn.
Yeah, I saw him slowing down quite a bit. I noted that earlier in the race, so it looked like he really fast truck. A couple of fans talking about they can't wait until the trucks come back soon, so you might want to even ask Ed what he thinks about returning again. It was a nice show.
Yeah, well, so we'll go down trackside now to third place in this event, Ed Cutler. Well, Ed, it looked like you, on the restarts, you didn't want to start on the outside. You were fixing to get to that inside real fast. Looked like the truck was really good down low, not so good on the outside run. Trucks tonight put on a really, really good show, and fans on the internet are saying they'd love to see him back here real soon.
Yeah, we love this place. We've been coming here for years, and when we had no dates hardly, you guys have stepped up and gave us plenty of dates, and we absolutely love this place, and we would love to come back again soon.
Ed, this is Kenny Shepard. We're interacting with the fans live, and so we're letting them ask some questions as well. There's a gentleman, I don't know if you know who he is, but it's Ray Roblito, I believe it's pronounced. He says, tell Ed, Roblito family says, great job, fun watching live, proud of him, great job. So Ray wanted to let you know you did a good job.
Thank you very much. Yeah, that's my son-in-law, Ray, and my daughter, Erin. And thank you, and I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, it's been great having you, Ed. Like we said, we look forward to seeing these trucks back here at Madera. You guys put on a really good show tonight.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Well, yeah, we really look forward to having you back. Like you said, great third place tonight, Ed. You
Okay.
really fought that out for that last position there.
All right, thanks. I just want to say thanks to you guys for putting on a show. Kenny and you guys, you're doing a job, and I love watching you guys. And I just want to thank my sponsors, Flow Rate Plumbing and Drains out of Ventura, and Farrar Grinding out of Hawthorne, California. And I want to thank my wife for putting up with me for all these years and doing this. Thanks again.
Congratulations, Ed. Again, it's a pleasure having you guys up here. I can't wait to see you guys again. It's always a real treat. You guys entertained us tonight. That was really good. So, again, travel safe. Can't wait to see you next time. Congratulations. Great seeing you.
All right. Thank you very much.
Well,
he's a great guy, Ed Cutler. I love talking to Ed when you see him. The whole truck guys, they're all also friendly down the pits, and they really do love Madera. Like Ed was saying, these drivers, this is a perfect size truck.
Well, I think recapping tonight from beginning to end, the CVMS, Central Valley Mini Stock Association, super inexpensive racing, greatest camaraderie. They help each other. Southwest Tour Trucks, obviously you could see it, race fans, where they go out and slam and bang and race as hard as you've ever seen anyone race, help each other get back out on the track. Our late models, that's the core of the club racers. Fantastic racing. That was a lot of racing action in a club night. The only thing missing this weekend for me, I've got my big pit car barbecue. I usually barbecue for everyone. Big free barbecue I do on Friday nights, and because of COVID, we can't do that now. But great job tonight by everyone. Just a really fun night of racing. So all of you that joined us, we appreciate it. 6 o'clock next Saturday night. Again, we've been going 6 o'clock on Short Track TV every week.
You can catch me doing the qualifying for the late models and the junior late models next Saturday night.
Where can they find that? Let them know. Outback Andy's
well, they
Facebook
can find
page.
it. They can find us at Outback Andy Foster on Facebook, or go to the Madera Speedway page in the afternoon, because I share it with the page. Stephen Blakeslee, Kenny Shepard will be calling qualifying, so keep looking out for that. Keep looking at racemadera.com for all the information on Madera Speedway and Madera Speedway on Facebook. We'll have ads all through the week for next week's event. So, on behalf of myself, Outback Andy, Kenny Shepard, and Dean Gray down here, we have had a really great night. And go to Nut Up. It's MAVTV20, all capitals, MAVTV20. Purchase some of those awesome nuts. You have Kenny Shepard likes the sweet heat along with Stephen Blakeslee. I like the sweet salt and caramel, but they're all great tasting. Everybody loves a different flavor. Pick up those chopped nuts through or any of the almond products, the almond butter, through Nut Up.
That's the best way to say thank you for these free live streams. We intend to keep growing the sport. Spread the word. Please share with everybody. The event next week will be off the charts. 5150 junior late model drivers. Also the Nut Up Pro Late Model Series. And as Andy says, I don't get to sign off anymore on the TV show, so I'm going to do it tonight for Outback Andy Foster, Dean Gray, Josh, Seth helping us, everyone, this great crew. Thank you, folks, for watching. We'll catch you next week right here on Short Track TV. Good night.